2026, and it's the Elite Underground Utility 100 for the NASCAR Brad's Golf Cars Modifieds. And boy, do we have a night of racing here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at one of the grand spectacles of short track racing. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, live on FloRacing, joined alongside by Jacqueline Drake. And Jacqueline, we have quite a lineup of racing for you tonight.
Beautiful day here in Winston-Salem. You'll see the fans are starting to pile in. And yes, you alluded to that 100-lap modified event. That is what everybody highlights on their schedule. It's the big one for the modified series. 6 feature events tonight, stacked schedule, ready for some action. Again, you'll see just the crowd piling in. It's going to be a good night here.
Well, the crowd definitely is filing in here on a beautiful night in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And you see the modifieds there. And we had a rain out last week, of course, so now it's been 2 weeks that we have been talking about one thing, and one thing in particular in the modified division, and that's a young man, a 17-year-old man that won his first race in the NASCAR modifieds, and that is Slate Myers. He has been the talk of the town since that last race, and his first ever win. Slate Myers has been the story.
Slate Myers in control of this. Now almost a quarter of a straightaway clear again. White flag out and a watershed moment imminent if we stay green.
Destiny fulfilled tonight. The number 6 Slate Myers, you're a winner at Bowman Gray Stadium. The 4th generation of Myers families to win at the Madhouse.
How about that for history?
Slate Myers with that big first historic win, and really that just tells the story of one of the great families of Bowman Gray Stadium. And if you look at it right here, it illustrates it for you perfectly. Since the first season of racing here in 1949, the Myers family has been here, from Bobby to Billy to Gary, who's Bert's dad, winning his first race right there. You see it, 72 in the hobby division. But I want you to look at one thing in particular. Bert Myers, highlighted in yellow there, May 16th. 1998. Well, guess what? Slate Myers, the 4th generation, won on May 16th, 2026. Quite an irony and quite an American short track racing family.
Yeah, I always love when you can find those little nuggets within side of racing history. 28 years apart between those two wins, but falling on the exact same date. How cool is that? 4th generation racer making history tonight, or making history right here at Bowman Gray.
Well, you see a lot of great things at Bowman Gray. And in the grandstands tonight, we've seen a lot of shirts. We've seen 18 shirts. We've seen 8 shirts, because the entire racing community has been talking about the loss of Kyle Busch, one of the most successful race car drivers and dynamic race car drivers and polarizing figures this sport has ever seen. 234 wins across NASCAR's top 3 national series, 2 times a Cup Series champion. I think one of the drivers destined to win a championship in all 3 divisions. But Jacqueline, you've worked in the Cup Series now some too, and around short track racing, and Kyle Busch was someone really, really special.
Yeah, he really was, loving all types of racing, from the National Series down to the short track area. Over 60 Cup Series wins, though. One of the winningest drivers in NASCAR history that graced this facility twice with the NASCAR Clash, and even joked, saying, hey, I think I need to call up my buddy Bert Myers and get some driver coaching from him to learn this short track. But he was a personality that no one could forget. Bigger than life, and lover of motorsports. And I know it's been just so hard for many of us in the motorsports community, but especially for his family.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers are with his family, of course. But, from Daytona to Millbridge, he touched so many people. The Snowball Derby, short track racing, grassroots racing, Bert Myers racing with a Kyle Busch sticker on his car last night in Virginia. But what we also cannot overlook is the human being. Kyle Busch, the loving father, but also somebody with his Bundle of Joy Foundation that helped so many people. And I'm just going to say helped myself and my family. My son Hudson is with us tonight. It took us 3 years to have Hudson. And we look at Kyle Busch in a different light, because people that go through things like infertility and struggle to have children, Kyle and Samantha and their family have been heroes, different than on-track success. So for all those different reasons, tonight at Bowman Gray Stadium, we mourn the loss of Kyle Busch.
Now the green flag is out for night 1,133. The Buzz Bombers, probably one of the best race divisions here at Bowman Gray Stadium.
It's not going to stop Brandon Lee Brendel from returning to Carolina Woodmore's victory lane. Luke Smith puts his name in the record books with an all-time start here at Bowman Gray.
Jason Myers with career win 59 at the Madhouse.
Big incident there. A lot of cars parked over in turn 3.
Fans to their feet, and the winner is Zach Orr. Let's go to war with Demo Derby time at Bowman Gray. Huge impact, man.
And we are starting this skid plate race right now.
And it's Moser's 4th ever skid plate win.
They are all over each other, and the 2 leaders make contact.
Give it to the veteran, Billy Gregg. He wins it. Jordan Atkins makes history, getting her first ever win at Bowman Gray Stadium. Bradbury's not happy. He slaps him. Here they come off the turn. The 19 does it. Levi's your first winner for the Crown Vics. Slate Myers, you're a winner at Bowman Gray Stadium. The 4th generation of Myers families to win at the Madhouse.
Well, there is a reason they call it the Madhouse. Exciting action every single weekend here during the hot summer months in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. A place full of such great traditions, and one of them is happening right now. Let's go down trackside to Randy Pulliam.
As you're able, removing your caps and your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were
Is it good to be here at the Madhouse on a Saturday night? All right, there's just one thing left to do. Let's go racing!
The best ticket in all of American short track racing. We'll be back with night 1134 next.
Starting 16th to 00, Donnie Martin. Starting 15th in the number 16 is a brand new. Starting 13th, starting 12th in the number 30 is the Coder Plumbing, number 30 out of Zachary Coder.
Welcome back to Bowman Gray Stadium on FloRacing, and let's get you set for the first race of this great racing car tonight, a 20-lapper for the QRC HVAC and Refrigeration Street Stocks. On the pole, the number 47 from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, it's Victor Flores, and the number 35, the Wrights Engine Works car for Andy Avery.
Row number 2 is going to be the number 13 from Moxville, North Carolina, the K-Train, Kevin Gilbert, and to the outside, the number 1 of Christian Joyce.
Starting 5th is Big Country in the Fortress Property Solutions, number 9, Brandon Brown, and alongside the number 10, the Motorsports on Main Machine for Kendall Craig Hartless.
Row number 4 is going to feature the 19 of TJ Whaley and the 68 of Emily Lewis.
Starting 9th will be the Todd's Tires 37 of Matt Prevette, and alongside the Clifton Plumbing, number 72 for the big man, Bryant Robertson.
Row number 6 features the 88 of Brian Shoup and the number 30 of Zach Kogar.
Starting in position, lucky 13 will be the Red Rooster Grill 21 of West Glasgow, alongside the number 14 of Devin Pendergrass.
Starting in 15th, the number 5 of Connor Keaton, the 00 of Donnie Martin, the 16 of Brad Lewis behind him, the 57 of Spencer Martin, and rounding out the field, the number 7 of Kyler Staley.
Well, that is your lineup for the first race of night 1134. As the sun sets behind the field house and you get settled in on your couch, enjoy this great American short track racing, Madhouse style. Green flag is out for the street stocks. We've got a wreck already in turn 4. Donnie Moose Martin has spun before he reached the start-finish line. Yellow flag is out for the Moose. Who else is up there? It's also, it's a family wreck. Spencer Martin and Moose Martin.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to try to get them lined back up here. I don't think that counted as a lap, so it looks like they'll be
Complete
able
restart,
to,
maybe?
Yep, keep their original starting positions. But
it says 1 lap on the board, but I think I saw the
is that
flag.
the caution
yeah,
lap?
I don't know. We'll see here. So we are going to go back to green with 1 lap on the board officially as we speak. And Randy Smith now is motioning 1 to go at the line for the street stock division. What I'm looking at right now is the man starting in 4th position, and that is Christian Joyce, who so far has had a rebound season from a little tough season last year, and that is the number 1 car right there, the Davis Water Solutions machine. The Hot Rod Barn hero, as we like to call him, a 2-time champion of this division, starting on the outside. That's tough to do. On the pole, though, sliding up to the pole is the K-Train, the gray car of Kevin Gilbert. Last year, he got his first ever win at Bowman Gray Stadium. Can he get win number 2 tonight in that number 13?
Certainly in a good position to do so. This feature event is going to be 20 laps long or 20-minute time limit. So we'll be able to see if he can hold on. But listen, they're ready to go. Straight out of the gate. I felt like they already on the back bumpers, Matt.
Well, good old-fashioned short-track auto racing on a Saturday night here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And the fans have been eagerly awaiting this, as last week we didn't get our fix of Bowman Gray Stadium excitement. We were watching the raindrops. Well, tonight we get to crank them up again. Green flag is out here for the street stocks. Kevin Gilbert leading the way.
Great restart there by the K-Train, and heads up into turn 1 and 2, slides up just a little bit as they stack up behind him for 2nd and 3rd positions.
Andy Avery with his hands full. Oh, Brown's car, the 9, super loose on the inside there, coming off of 4, bottlenecks that deal. Now Christian Joyce in the marbles. He's sideways. Whaley's car losing a fender. Mass chaos here at Bowman Gray. Sheet metal flying off his race car. The number 19 of TJ Whaley. Yellow flag is out.
Yeah, we've got a door off into the back straightaway. Already losing fenders all over a Whaley's car there. You can see almost the entire left side of his car is gone.
Well, we look at that fender of TJ Whaley. I'm reminded of one of my favorite stories here this weekend. I walk into the pit area, and TJ Whaley's number 19, that looks like a can opener right now, and pulling into the pit area as he does. Well, his wife was pregnant the last time we raced here, and he got in the race car, okay, and she was doing okay, but she was secretly having contractions, didn't tell him. He gets out of the race car as we look here at the Hudson Auto Works replay, and there's Whaley's 19, gets out of the race car, and they tell her, hey, she's going to the hospital. He was so charged up, left the car here, the crew piled it into the trailer. He took off, he beat her to the hospital, and they had their son, Beckett. So welcome to the world, Beckett Whaley. Of course, their family, Liliana, Madison, TJ Whaley, who just hit the racetrack again. That is awesome news here in our Bowman Gray family. Green flag is out. Once again, lap 3, Kevin Gilbert's your leader, but the battle is for 2nd. Here comes Christian Joyce on the inside.
Yeah, battle for 2nd right there, up and slides up. You can see the 35 now on the back bumper of Christian Joyce, looking to see if he can make a move further on back, though. We got a battle for 3rd. The number 10 gonna make the pass and slides into, actually that's the 4th position there, down to the inside.
Craig Hartless on the move, now marching into the 4th position. Move Bryant Robertson into the 5th position. Here comes Zach Koger, and that Koger Plumbing, beautiful number 30 machine as he marches his way to the front. A very, very fast race car today. He was struggling a little bit with getting it turned today. Now Matt Prevette slow on the front straightaway after striking the wall. Yellow flag is out once again as Prevette's car is all sorts of cattywampus.
That number 9 of Brandon Brown was probably excited to see the caution come out because he was absolutely getting freight trained. Emily Lewis was looking to the inside of him as well. He's about to lose another position. And it looks like we have 6 laps in the books so far. Looking around the track, we have a bit of debris over in turn 4 right now that they're going to clean off of the track.
You see those point standings right now. and Brad Lewis is in control. But look who's in second. That's the number 5 car, the black and blue car of Connor Keaton. Connor Keaton tonight with a bad draw, starting 15th. But hey, even more interesting is the number 5 car is on the racetrack right now, and it's lost some hood pins on the hood of that number 5 car. You see that hood right now flapping. That could be an issue when we go back to green. Hopefully not. That's your second place points man, the points leader right in front of him in the black and green, number 16. You see the pins loose on the rear of that hood. If he's going to go in, he's going to want to go in now.
Yeah.
Because track position is key.
I will say he's a little lucky that it's the pins
In the
on
rear.
this side, right? Instead of on the nose of the car, because then it could fly up and cover the windshield and all that. So he might be okay here, but if it ends up being debris, then he'll have to leave the track.
Well, that air might push it down. He's going to have to deal with the visual of that in front of him, of that flapping. But he also has the visual in front of him as the points leader, the guy, the rabbit that he's chasing in that black and green number 16, Brad Lewis, who is your points leader. Remember, folks, next week, double points night at Bowman Gray Stadium. One of the wildest nights you'll see here at the stadium. You'll want to be here in person at the Madhouse. Green flag back out, 6 laps into the 20-lap street stock race. Kevin Gilbert, your leader. Christian Joyce, second. Now the battle is on for 4th, though. Bryant Robertson on the bottom of Andy Avery. He takes it. Here comes Zach Koger. Zach Koger having one of the runs of his young career. The 30 machine moving into the 5th position.
Sound the alarm. I think we got another freight train going on right here. Another pass by that number 35 as the cars continue to stack up. The number 9, Brandon Brown, going to now look to the inside, takes a peek, a little bit of contact, hit by the 21 now, contact all around in turns 3 and 4.
The points leaders are right behind this battle right now. That's why we're locked onto it. You see the black number 16. He is your points leader in the QRC HVAC and refrigeration street stock division. And now they spin in front of him. The points leaders are collected, both of them. Lewis escapes it with some damage on the 16. We'll see how much. So does the number 5 of Connor Keaton.
Wow, chaos from both sides. Brad Lewis was just trying to get through there without any contact and any damage, unable to do so, nowhere to go. You can see right there on that 16, damage on the rear from getting hit from behind. But what you can't see very well right here is the nose had substantial impact from that pileup.
Yes, it does. So it will be interesting to see because that looks like somebody else's front bumper there dragging and attached to it.
I think you're
Let's
right.
look at the replay, the Hudson Auto Works replay. It happens in front of him with Andy Avery, the 21 car of West Glasgow. Oh, boy. And the Red Rooster Grill car. And you see the 5 also having a little bit more nose damage as well. A tough night, a dicey night for the points leaders. That black and green car and the black and blue car. Watch them right there.
Wow, hard hit there too as well for the 21 from all angles, West Glasgow. You can see right here, going to exit out of that car, but substantial damage to all sides of that 21.
You know, he wasn't going to race the full season this year, but he had such a good start to the season that he's like, you know what? I'm going to do this, and I have the support here because you can get sponsors pretty well here. Hey, as we look at those cars right there, we're going to take a quick break on FloRacing. Hey, we've got to get the Big Red, the Daniel Davis car.
Look at that.
Whoa. What is going on here?
It's
hanging off.
fender rolled up into the tire. I've never seen that.
Well, that's great. That's great for the 5
They let
that
him
he got
take it
that
off.
loose.
Yeah.
But the question
this.
mark will be, will they allow him to race Brad Lewis with somebody else's race car attached to his? So, hey, like I said, let's take a quick break on FloRacing. When we come back, we'll let you know, and we'll see what happens. Well, it's been a night, but it hasn't been a night if you're a fender or a hood or a door. Lots of calamities so far in the first race, and we're only halfway through the Street Stock 20 lapper. And we saw quite the impact and quite the plot twist. We just talked about point standings, and your points leader, Brad Lewis, in the number 16, and Connor Keaton in the number 5 car. Well, guess what? As we talked about that, mayhem ensued. I know we're going to take a look at the Hudson Auto Works replay of that one. Let's take a look at it right now and slow-mo for you right here to see what develops. Andy Avery loose as heck in that 35 car, bottlenecks it up, and that causes the 21 to slow down and get monster trucked by the 16.
Wow.
Luckily, West Glasgow is okay. In your face right there. And the 5 of Connor Keaton gets slowed down, and Moose Martin gets heavily into that machine as well.
Lots of damage there. And the 16, we've been talking about it, but the 16 actually collected the front nose of the 5 and currently still has the front nose attached to the rear bumper of the 16 right now. So although there was fender damage by the 5, they were able to take off. Man, what a hit right there. Wow. And nowhere to go.
Yep, nowhere to go.
Absolutely
I mean, that's what
nowhere to
happens
go.
in these tight racetracks here and tight flat oval. Not much place to go. Physicality is the name of the game here at Bowman Gray Stadium as you see him go off on the hook. One driver, though, that I am really paying attention to, and we've mentioned his name already twice tonight, is this car right here, the Koger Plumbing car, the racing plumber, Zach Koger. And absolutely great run tonight. Has been as high as 5th, down back to 6th, which would tie his best career finish. 36 starts officially tonight for Zach Koger over a few seasons here. And him and his family and his twin brother work on the car. They're all plumbers by trade. And as a matter of fact, I say that for a reason. When you call a plumber, what do? You call somebody you know. I needed plumbing at my house. So I went right to Clifton Plumbing and Koger Plumbing, and the Kogers took care of me. So the racing family, man, a lot of great people in this garage. And that family right there races together as a family. They work together in the same industry as a family. And tonight, having a successful night so far in this 20-lapper. So you need a plumber at all at your place, just call up Koger.
I was just thinking that I've actually never had to call a plumber before.
Really?
Yeah. And even, well,
that's good.
And even my family didn't, but we had our own well on the farm.
Oh,
so.
well, yeah. So you're yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Tower has now informed us we have the 16 who we spoke about is good to go. So they're going to let him ride with the extended version.
Yeah,
with the nose attached. It's okay.
He just adopted some sheet metal from another car. It's
yeah.
okay. You know, I don't know whose car it's from. It might be from the 5 right behind it. His second place points, man, Connor Keaton. But, hey, whatever. He just adopted a nose. It's okay.
Hey, might be able to use it to his advantage. It looks like he's trying to toss it off a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
You got to be careful because it's really wedged in there now, which means it's not a safety hazard on the back of that 16. But if it comes dislodged anymore, it could cause them to actually make him go back for repairs behind the field house to yank it off. This time around, 1 to go.
1 to go, and we're already halfway through this feature event. 10 laps in the books, 10 laps to go. Plenty of drama left in this QRCH Vacuum Refrigeration Street Stock feature event tonight, Matt. We have plenty more to unpack.
We sure do, Jacqueline. Halfway through this one, the modern Chevrolet Pace vehicle about to dip off into the end zone. Jacqueline, you can call it to green.
As you say that, they're going to call off the restart here. The yellow flag will be displayed as they work out a bit of the lineup further on back in the field. The top 5 looks like they're all in the correct position, but they're going to sort out the rest of the field here in the proper starting positions. We'll see the 5 actually fall a little bit further back. Connor Keaton was in a different position.
Eighth place for the number 16, your points leader. 9th place for Connor Keaton. 10 laps on the scoreboard. K-Train, Kevin Gilbert is your leader. Second place, Christian Joyce. Third place, the number 10 of Kendall Craig Hartless. Already with a win this season, Bryant Robertson is after that, and so is Emily Lewis, rounding out the top 5. Back to green flag racing here at the Madhouse. The gray car right there of Kevin Gilbert leads the way, stacks them up a little sideways now. Goes the number 1 of Joyce. Joyce with a mirror full, the number 10 of Hartless. Oh, trouble behind it. Emily Lewis gets into Bryant Robertson. And another caution flag is out. Yellow flags abundant. I am seeing, it's like I open my eyes and there's a yellow.
A lot of loose race cars out here tonight for sure. And granted, we did just have a red flag, so the tires have cooled off, trying to get heat back in them. But we saw several cars extremely loose. Christian Joyce.
Oh, we've got something going on here on the back straightaway, Jacqueline. The 68 and the 72 have gotten together.
Oh, they're not happy
here. They are
here.
going into the infield football field at the 50-yard line. Emotions overflowing here as Emily Lewis and the 72 go at it. Bryant Robertson was not happy with that contact in the north turn. And now Lewis parks her machine in turn number 1 and turn number 2 to talk to Squeaky and the track crew. Robertson went around to the front bumper contact of Emily Lewis. Green flag is back out as Emily Lewis sits in the turn.
K-Train's going to continue to hold the lead here with Christian Joyce vying in that second position, looking to the back bumper now, going to make a little bit of contact. Not much, though, closing in the gap. Craig Hartless sits in third place. Further on back, the 30 gets a little bit sideways in that fourth position, closing up the gap here for the lead. You'll see right here, Christian Joyce closes the gap a little bit further, but can't make it done for K-Train.
The K-Train has the lead all over. Painting the back bumper of that 13 is the number 1 of Christian Joyce. Caution flag is officially out. Brian Robertson spins in front of the leaders. Close call for Kevin Gilbert. Emily Lewis's car still sitting in turn number 1 and turn number 2.
Oh, this is interesting because now her car is moving. Here comes Bryant Robertson.
Emily Lewis is now driving apparently behind the field house. Her night possibly, yes, it is done. She has her helmet off. 1 lap to go till we resume green flag racing, approaching our time limit here. Things could be dicey here. People in a rush. Brad Lewis, luckily 1 spot ahead of Connor Keaton in that 6th position. 7th would be Keaton. It's important for him to keep the 2nd place points guy behind him. Zach Koger up to 4th. 5th place for Brandon Brown. An incredible run for that white number 9 as we get ready to hopefully finish this one. Kevin Gilbert, the K-Train. Can he keep the 1 to his backside? Green flag is back out. Headed down through the south turn, now to the east straightaway they go. Brad Lewis moving up to the 5 spot right now, putting space between he and Connor Keaton. And once again, the yellow flag is out.
We've got a car down into the infield
Brian
here. I didn't see the incident there and what happened, but he'll join back.
Well, folks, I think this is going to be it. I do see Randy Smith clutching the checkered flag, and it looks like the time limit has hit. And the checkered flag waves under yellow flag conditions. The K-Train celebrating his 2nd career victory. He kept the 2-time champion to his caboose in this one. And that train kept it rolling, and tonight he is the victor. Kevin Gilbert, of course, the garage doors of the Triad machine one of the fan favorites and a true underdog for so many years here at the famed Madhouse. The Mocksville, North Carolina driver driving that machine that for so long was Garrison Gray, named after Gray Garrison, the race director, and now is Shuford Silver. This guy is one of the underdogs. This guy loves America, too. Kevin Gilbert, one of the fan favorites, taking that famed victory lap at the Madhouse. Of course, his crew, Chris and David and Matt, Jacob, they're all going to be running out here to Carolina Wood Floors Victory Lane, and Brian Robertson going to give them a little push there. They're buddies. Here's the thing about K-Train. We saw him race in week 1, right? Then he was absent. K-Train had a severe blockage in his heart. He spent some sheet time in the hospital, missed a week of racing, and that nearly broke his heart. Well, tonight, he's back. All heart and all healthy. The K-Train is the winner. And now we will go down trackside with the very colorful. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. The K-Train's RC car is going to join the victory celebration. It's doing its own set of donuts. 3 cheers for the double donuts tonight. Anyway, let's go down to Chris Carter, who's in victory lane with the K-Train.
Here we go. Let him hear you. Race fans, Kevin Gilbert, I just told them people, you had some serious issues. You had a heart attack. You had all time things going on. And now here you are in victory lane for your second victory here at the Madhouse. Tell us about it.
I thank God for letting me be here tonight. And thank you, Special Mark Performance, Scott's Performance Engines, all my sponsors, Gray and Austin for putting this playground out here for us to play on. My guys, Team No Quit, just everybody, all my friends, my family, my sponsors. I can't say enough. I'm just so grateful to be here and thankful.
Congratulations, my friend. You got your second win. One more time. Let him hear you for Kevin.
All right, Kevin Gilbert, the big winner. Let's take a break because coming up next is the Sportsman Division.
Rolling out 15th in the Specialized Graphics. Privacy Fence Solutions, car number 28 from Lexington is Nate Gregg. Starting 14th in the Melissa Shaw Realty Clifton Farms, car 0 from Louisville is Kurt Sheets. Starting 13th in the Harbor Towing Landmark, car number 37 from Poptown is Chris Massey. Starting 12th from Winston-Salem in the Frank Myers Automax Harkey Litigation, car number 21 is the Tiger Tommy Neal. Starting 11th is the car number 75 of Brent Brown. Rolling off 10th in the MH Cleaning Service Gunny's Warfare Center, car number 24 is A.J. Burness. Starting 9th is the number 97, scheduled to be driven by Cooper Lowe. Rolling off 8th in the Crosswinds Construction Mountain Fried Chicken, car number 1 from Clemens is Austin Jones. Rolling off 7th is the car number 97, sponsored by Premier Federal Buildings and Police Bar and Grill, it is Brian Sykes. Rolling off 6th, the Elite Underground and the Elite Concrete Specialist, Wade Interiors, car number 12 from King is Justin Taylor. Rolling off 5th from Martinsville, number 5 of Jonathan Semenche. Rolling off 4th, Henry Home Improvement, Emerald Isle Realty, car 03 from Winston-Salem is Sterling Clemens. Mitch Gale, car number 38 from Thomasville, covered by A+ Honor Sales and Auto
We are back at Bowman Gray Stadium, and moments before we went on air, this is what happened to your points leader in the Sportsman division. Engine troubles for Billy Gregg, your points leader, a two-time winner so far this year. He had to get pushed off. The trouble on that car, well, guess what? He couldn't get that thing, another engine put back in, so he hopped in the Sykes machine, the number 97 that was formerly piloted by Justin Cummins. Your points leader, not in the 98 tonight. He will be driving this 97. Late developments leading into the Sportsman 20-lapper. Let's give you the starting lineup for this one. Starting on the pole, the number 63 of Terry Smith alongside. Making his debut in the division, it's Austin Cates. To the next row will be Mitch Gales and Sterling Plemons. Will thunder through this Jonathan Simicek, Justin Taylor, Brian Sykes Jr., Austin Jones.
Billy Gregg in that 97 there, AJ Bernies, Brent Brown, Tommy Neal, Chris Massey, Kirk Sheets, Nate Gregg, Jim Shoaff, and then Zach Orr.
A field of 18 cars, actually 17 now, without Billy Gregg. Gregg will start towards the rear of the field in that number 97 car, a white machine. We will keep your eyes on him. Smith returning to racing after years of being away. Now he leads the field to green. Gales peaks 3 wide, now contact for the lead. Cates takes it. He has a huge push into contact with Smith. Smith goes around. Everybody's crashing. Austin Jones gets involved. The 55 is involved, as well as Zach Orr, the 99, with severe damage. Brian Sykes Jr., AJ Bernies is in the wall, along with Cates, Austin Jones. Oh, calamity here at the opener of this one. Brent Brown also involved in the black 75.
Oh.
Cates, what happened there? Did you see it? The contact in turn 1 and 2, and Cates developed a severe push. His debut in this division in that red number 26, so severe that he was trying to get back in the throttle, and when he did, it just snapped that car around, and poor Terry Smith became the victim. Oh, heartbreak for the 63. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll sort through this, the opener of the Twin 20s for the Sportsman division.
So Randy Williams is talking about Cates in the number 26. This is his first time out in the car. Had morning practice. Things seemed to go okay. But man, oh man. Terry Smith with a very torn up race car. Victor safe cleaner, track cleanup. Take care of business for us, Randy Williams. And Chris, as you said before, you've let the fans know just because we're on the mics doesn't mean we're right. But I was watching that, Chris, when it happened. Austin Cates took off very well, had a good restart, and then coming out of turn number 2, he slowed, pulled to the outside.
Welcome back to the Madhouse, and boy, has it been mad tonight. We've had bent sheet metal, and we've had some tempers. And right now you're seeing Brian Sykes Jr. looking at the damage. It looks like his night is done. Last year's street stock champion who moved up to the Sportsman. But it all started right here with the red car. Watch the red car. Moving up from the stadium stocks, Austin Cates gets so tight that when he has so much wheel into it and he gets the gas, it gets down into the 63 and turns him dangerously into the wall. You see Sykes and Gales tangled there, but watch this. Calamity right here as cars start piling into each other. Just a big hit for the 63 of Terry Smith.
Nowhere to go for the field there, and ultimately led to a lot of damage throughout several of the cars here for the Sportsman division.
And the 63 of Smith, okay, like I mentioned this right as we went to green, okay, Jacqueline. This guy right here hadn't been racing for a long, long time. You know, he used to race with his family, had some tragedy with his family. His brother left motorsports. And ironically, what brought him back to it was losing a kid. He lost his kid. And you know, he's not a young spring chicken. And Terry, I talked to him a few times so far this year. We talked today, but like he said, you know what, that tragedy led me to say, you know what, I need something. I just need something. And that something he knew was racing. So he asked his wife, and his wife was like, yeah, you should do it. And he went out and bought a race car, and he even told me on opening night, he's like, I don't know how I'm going to do, and I don't care. I'm going to just go out there, and I'm going to enjoy myself and race a race car because it's one of the most fun things in life you'll ever do. And, you know, any one of us that have held a wheel understands that. So tough night for him. It's just been great to see him enjoy himself out here at the Madhouse. And, of course, tonight's not one of those nights because it's going to be a tough one for him.
We're looking right here at Brian Sykes Jr., also out of the race, going to get a tow for that 99. And as we say that, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back soon with more racing action at Bowman Gray.
Well, chaos has been at the racetrack at Bowman Gray Stadium, and chaos is happening right now because we were just delivered a plastic bucket, red handle, toothpicks, cinnamon sugar wonder. And, folks, if you don't know what we're talking about and you've never been here to Bowman Gray Stadium, it only means one thing. Fire up the Facebook, folks, because Little Donuts has entered the booth. And as we see Billy Gregg, I'm sure he's had him a night, and we should give him a few Little Donuts for his tough night. But we got Little Donuts in the booth, and I'm going to chomp on one here. Jacqueline,
it's cute.
You know, it is a cute. It's a really cute
bucket. This bucket is really cute. I didn't realize that
You've never seen these buckets?
So the last time I was here, they didn't have the like the last time they came to the booth with these, it didn't have a bucket. It was in like a little, paper boat.
Bag?
No, a little paper boat.
Oh, okay.
But they've stepped up their game. No wonder you talk about them all the time.
See you in 30 seconds.
Devoured a little donut. Yeah,
they're
good. We enjoy the concessions here at Bowman Gray. They have all sorts of snacks that we always make sure that we can go. I get the freeze-dried candy. You get the donuts.
You are a candy girl. I'm a donut guy. I mean, I even have my own donut. You get it? That's a large guy joke.
Well, if that's what you want to say,
it's fine.
You say that.
I'm Captain Awkward at times. It's okay. And, of course, S&P Lemonade. But so many
there
great
we go.
Kona
Apple
Ice.
Cider.
Right behind us, for the first time, we got a little small jugs.
What is
Need
this swirly?
to love to take a little sip. It's sweet tea, folks.
What's this little swirly
it's
thing?
Advertising.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, that's the number. Look at it. It's not just swirly. You see the 88?
I thought it's supposed to hypnotize you.
That's
like,
Zach Taylor.
You
that's
need donuts.
I'm hypnotized by the cinnamon sugar of a Saturday night here at Bowman Gray Stadium. Look at Winston-Salem right there. What a beautiful sight it is to sit and turn to and see this. And Jacqueline's got her camera out right here because I literally have a mini jug of
Hold the bucket. There we go.
Sweet tea. We're one to go here. We got to get back to racing here.
Snack time's over, Dillner. Okay. He's throwing back the sweet tea and the cinnamon.
I'm sure I'll hear it on Monday or Sunday.
Now, to reset the table really quick, Mitch Gales now in the front of the field, followed by Sterling Plemons. And then we have the 28. That's your top three, Nate Gregg.
Nate Gregg returning after his controversies last week. Green flag is back out. Gales looking for redemption as he lost a win just a few weeks ago to the front bumper of Tommy Neal. Here comes the 03, the rock star, throwing a haymaker into the turn. Clean and green they go, though. Not really hard to the back bumper of Gales. The 03, oh, we have a yellow. The 14 has spun into the infield. That is Jim Schoaf, the great veteran competitor who actually yesterday was working the Hoosier truck. He works on tires for Hoosier and for the Freeman family, and was working tires at the modified race at Franklin County, Smart Modified Tour. There is Jim Schoaf's machine. And, we were talking about that 03 car.
Yes.
The black 03.
I have
Big
some
problems today.
Yes. The
on
clutch.
that car. Yep.
The clutch, I went over there. Oh, hang on. Oh, we got to replay.
This is a replay, yep. See what happens here on the replay. Green flag is out. You see Schoaf just going to the infield. It looks like something expired possibly on that car, or was that a flat right front?
It looked like an engine issue.
It did. There was a lot of smoke. I hate that for Jim.
Yes.
Good veteran guy, just a cancer survivor, a very nice guy. And speaking of that, you got the good guy up front, Mitch Gales, but the 03 right there, Sterling Plemons, overcoming clutch issues today. A lot of work done between the morning practice and then arriving back here today. And on top of this division, we look at the point standings here as we're going to green this time by. Billy Gregg in the number 98 is ahead by 34 points over Justin Taylor. Nate Gregg mired all the way back in 5th. He entered the last time we were here in 2nd, but that little bit of controversy and being kicked off the track has him back to 5th. We're going green at Bowman Gray. Only 2 laps on the board after all of that mess. Can you believe it? Green flag back out.
Plenty of time left in this feature event and plenty of time to make something happen. Sterling trying to close the gap a little bit to Mitch Gales. Nate Gregg sends it in. Contact from the 03 to the 38. Gets a little bit sideways. Run now off of turn 4. Going to capitalize into 1-2 now and going to make that run to close in on the 38 even more.
Mitch Gales, your leader, but a full mirror full of the front bumper of the Rockstar. Here comes the Rockstar peeking down low. Gales shuts the door on him this time. Going down the east straightaway. Now the 28 closes in for 3rd. Again, Plemons to the rear bumper. Nice and clean physical racing at the stadium. But how long will it last?
Talk about redemption. This 03 has had a tough go so far in 2026. Looking for his first win of the season is going to take a little bit more work to get around Mitch Gales as they fire off the front straightaway now into turns 1 and 2 now, and there's more cars behind trying to get up ahead.
Zach Orr moves into the 4th spot. Tommy Neal in the 5th position. We've seen them towards the front of this fray, but so far it's been Billy Gregg's season. Yellow flag is out for Prevent. Oh, no, Chris Massey, excuse me. 7th place right now for Billy Gregg. 7th place for Billy Gregg. Let's take a quick break. Take a quick break on FloRacing, and we'll be back with the rest of this one. We are back here on a beautiful night at Bowman Gray Stadium, but sheet metal flying all over the place tonight. That's been the name of the game. Mitch Gales is your leader. Sterling Plemons in 2nd. Nate Gregg, the young racer, in 3rd. Zach Orr in 4th. 5th, Tommy Neal, Justin Taylor, and Billy Gregg follow that. Back to green, 8 laps down. So far, we've seen a lot of clean racing between Gales, the white and black number 38 in the lead, and the 03, who's been patiently applying the front bumper to the backside of the 38, looking for daylight, and daylight he sees. But once again, Gales closes the door.
Gales has driven a strong race thus far, hitting his marks, not leaving much room for opportunity for the 03, continuing to push a little bit sideways now off of turn 4, makes the way. Is he clear? He's clear. The 38 is going to give it to him, but now a freight train, Nate Gregg behind him, followed by Zach Orr.
Yellow flag is out. We do not know what for. Potentially debris is what we were just told on the racing surface. And
Oh,
there
wow.
it is. Yes. Like I said, sheet metal flying everywhere at Bowman Gray Stadium. This track goes out there to pick it up.
Now, do they give the 38 his spot back?
They usually go back to the last previous lap. We will see. Right now, they are scoring the 03 in the lead. But I think they might have crossed the line already when that yellow flag came out, that he actually had the lead, technically the lap before that. Zach Orr in the fourth spot right now. Tommy Neal in the 5th spot. Justin Taylor, haven't talked about him, in the 6th spot. Billy Gregg in that white car.
Wow.
Is all the way up to, what is that, the 7th position?
Yep.
7th position for Billy Gregg in the white car on towards the back of that screen there. There is Billy Gregg and the Brian Sykes Sr. machine. Sykes, a huge supporter. They are basically family. The Sykes family, the Gregg family, been racing so long together. Green flag is back out 11 laps, just past the halfway part of this one. Nate Gregg, last week he had him a race. He had him a race going until he was black flagged. We'll talk more about that. The battle is on now, though, for the 3rd position. Zach Orr to the bottom of Mitch Gales. He's trying to put the good guy in his mirror. Now here comes the 21. Gales and the 21 have gotten together before. Gales gets a little upset and is moving back further, and now move Tommy Neal up behind Orr.
Freight train for Gales as he falls further back, but looking at the battle right here for 3rd place, Zach Orr, Tommy Neal, the 21, all over the back, bumper push from behind, going to make him work for it. Oh my gosh, a little bit sideways now, coming off of 4, gonna take the handle over, but continuing. This is the contact right now, gap between the leader, Sterling Plemons, and a gap between Nate Gregg, but this right here, Tommy Neal wants that 3rd position, the 21 again pushing all over with 5 laps to go.
You look right there, some clean racing. Just because you lay a bumper in somebody doesn't mean it's dirty. When you turn somebody, maybe that changes a little bit. But right now, so far, pretty clean between these two ferocious race car drivers, both of which who have visited Victory Lane in 2026. We're going to keep an eye on the Tiger. Will he get the snarl out and get aggressive with Zach Orr?
We've seen him do it earlier this season for a race win, but will he do that for 3rd place? 3 laps left to go in this feature. The 03 now continuing to lead, taking another pass over the start-finish line, and the gap now between Orr and Tommy Neal grows just a little bit.
Coming to the white flag. Sterling Plemons with one more trip around the famed quarter mile on the black number 03. He used to play in a band called Mondays in London. Now he plays his Saturdays at Bowman Gray. Sterling Plemons with his 8th career win at the stadium. The Rockstar gets it done. The 03 Pendry Home Improvement Machine, Emerald Isle Realty, Goats RV Repair. They have had a tough season so far this year, starting out the season with a 13th and a 14th. He had a 10th place run so far this year. That's not what Plemons does in this car, in this division. And so this, after clutch issues today, is a feel-good moment, Jacqueline.
Yeah, from a team who wasn't sure if they were going to be able to even make it out to the feature tonight. The repairs they had to do on the 03 all day today is ultimately what a turnaround when they are ending up here in Victory Lane at Bowman Gray. His first win of the 2026 season. He will take his victory lap around the famed racetrack here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Sterling Plemons gets his 8th career win, the 33rd win for the Plemons family, 26th in the family wins list. His father, Steve Plemons, absolute juggernaut when it came to racing here at the stadium, the Sportsman division, and really good guy. Actually still works on his son's car. This is a family affair down here in this pit area. Let's go down to one of our family Randy Pulliam, Trekside.
Keep your eyes on the video board to find out the number that Sterling draws. Number 10. Sterling draws number 10. The 10th place finisher in that first race will start from the point. Sterling getting unbuckled. Families down here. Sterling Plemons, Madhouse fans. Sterling, let's go over here to the Carolina Wood Floors Winner's Circle and have a chat for a moment. Coming up with family. Sterling, I believe by my calculations, that's win number 8 in your sportsman career. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We've worked hard for it this year. We had a little bit of a rough start all year, and it's just been a little bit of a different year in our division, but it feels good to be back.
You and Mitch had a good race there.
I tried to do it clean. I tried to race Mitch right because he's always raced me that way, so I tried to do it the right way.
Well, congratulations again. You drew number 10. What do you think the chances are that you come back and take the second 20-lapper?
It's a pretty good chance. Maybe we got a really good car. Last year we finished first and second in one night, so we almost had it. I'd like to do it. My dad did it a long time ago. But yeah, I got to thank Pendry Home Improvements, Goats RV, and Emerald Isle Realty, plus my dad, Jeff, Mike, Lance, my family, Nicole and the boys, Lincoln Lash. Thank you.
Congratulations, Sterling Plemons, the winner of the first 20-lap event. From the loss, this is Tom.
Great win for Sterling Plemons. Let's take a quick break. We're going to come back with the big feature tonight, the Elite Underground Utility 100 for the NASCAR Modifieds.
Let's meet and greet your starting lineup. Starting 26th, after taking the Van Challenge, the Phoenix Packaging Brands Golf Cars Market USA, car number 75 from Wahlberg is Lee Jeffries. Also taking the Van Challenge, he is in the Taylor Auto Parts, Marvin's Garage Doors, Parkinson Associates, Health Insurance Specialist, car number 16 from Mount Airy is the showstopper, Chris Fleming. Rolling off 24th, he's in the Superior Trailer Solutions, Bunny Creek Motorsports, car number 35 from Louisville is Brandon Butler. Starting 23rd, in the Choice Tire and Automotive, car number 71 from Mount Airy is the Mayberry Bullet, John Smith. Starting 22nd, this man did not take the Vans Challenge. He may have wished he had. He was your fastest qualifier with a 13.643. He's in the Citrus Safe Cleaners, UTI Mooresville, Choice Tire and Automotive, car number 1 from Walnut Cove is Burt Meyer. Rolling up 21st in the Cobble Enterprises, CMC Homeworks, Elfidry.
Welcome back to the Madhouse. Bowman Gray Stadium, live on FloRacing, and we have one for you right now. The Elite Underground Utilities Modified Division. $3,000 of extra bonuses are on the line tonight for the top 4 qualifiers. Burt Myers taking the pole with a time of 16.643 seconds. Tim Brown in second, Chris Fleming third as far as that qualifying, and Lee Jeffries. Now, the drivers in the top 4 get to choose, to elect. Will they drop to the rear for an extra $3,000? Of the 4 drivers we mentioned, 2 of them elected to take the Fans Challenge for the extra $3,000. Chris Fleming, the showstopper, going to put on a show tonight from the rear. And Lee Jeffries, his 25th attempt at the Fans Challenge. He's won it twice. Folks, there's a race within a race tonight for the Fans Challenge, but the Modified 100 from Elite Underground Utilities is the main card. Let's give you the starting lineup for this one. On the pole, in the blue Legendary Garage, Koger Plumbing number 44, it's Daniel Beeson. To the outside in the Amanda Tucker number 5 car, it's the Iron Man, Randy Butner.
Looking at row number 2 to the inside, the Bulldog from Tobaccoville, North Carolina. It's the number 10 of Mike Spini. And to that outside from Walnut Cove, North Carolina, it's the number 4 of Jason Myers.
Starting in the 5th position in the Brock Mars Smokehouse, number 19, it's Andy Noto. To the outside, the Yates Paving and Grading, number 18 for Daniel Yates.
Starting in the 7th position tonight, the Snowman from King, North Carolina. It's the 51 of Junior Snow. And to his outside from Lexington, North Carolina, the Bird Dog Traffic, number 14, Trey Hutchins.
Starting in the 9th position, the Triad Mulch 47 for the Friendly Ghost, Jackson Casper, alongside the Garage Doors of the Triad 07 for Young, Riley Neal.
Starting in the 11th position, it's the number 17 of Lonnie Oakley. And to the outside from Wesley Chapel, North Carolina, Florida, it's the 55 of Jeremy Gerstner.
Starting in lucky position 13 tonight in the Harper number 82 is rookie Mason Lawson. To the outside, last year's Rookie of the Year, the Big B Coffee 64, it's Ethan Truhl.
How about starting that number 15 position from Winston-Salem, North Carolina? That's the number 69 of John Holloman IV. And to his outside, we talked about him earlier today, the 4th generation driver from Kernersville, North Carolina. It's the number 6 of Slate Myers.
Starting in 17th is the winningest driver in Bowman Gray Stadium racing history, the Jerry Hunt Super Center, number 83. From Tobaccoville, North Carolina, it's Tim Brown. To the outside, a young racer hungry for another win here at the stadium. It is the Taylor Auto Parts 99 of Jordan Fleming.
Starting in the 19th position tonight from Walnut Cove, North Carolina, in the Steelman's Ace Hardware, it's the number 9 of Kyle Southern. And to his outsides from Mooresville, North Carolina, it's the number 57 of Danny Bone.
Danny Bone, who can get it done in 100 lappers. Starting in 21st, it's the Flying Taco in the 00. It's Danny Probst. Starting alongside the ace, Burt Myers.
Starting in the 23rd position tonight, the number 71 of John Snow. And to his outside, you'll find the number 35 of Brandon Butner.
And taking the fans' challenge tonight and dropping to the rear of these two drivers, racing for an additional $3,000 if they make it back up to the top 4 of the Taylor Auto Parts. Number 16, the showstopper, Chris Fleming. And then the 75 machine, the Phoenix Packaging, Brad's Golf Car 75 from Wahlberg. It's the great Lee Jeffries. Folks, 100 laps for the NASCAR Brad's Golf Cars Modifieds. Double file choose cone restarts for you tonight. The open wheel thunder has awoken Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and we are ready for the spectacle that is NASCAR Modified Racing.
The big one tonight, right here at Bowman Gray, the 100-lapper modified event. And these are your point standings after the last race here just 2 weeks ago.
Burt Myers on top, and he was your pole sitter, winning the pole award, the extra cash tonight. But, of course, there is a redraw. That redraw, he had a choice to take the fans' challenge. He did not. He might be regretting it right now because tonight he redrew in the 22nd position, but also with a tough redraw. The 83 car of Tim Brown, redrawing 17th. An interesting thing that they do here at the Madhouse, redrawing for starting positions.
Right here, you're looking at Tim Brown in that blue modified. This is something fairly new for him. You typically see him in the orange modified. I spoke to him earlier today, and they call this one the Hayes Jeweler Special. They like to bring this one out. He qualified on the pole with this a couple weeks ago, and they have also won in this modified color, and this car particularly this year. He said this one is quicker than our all-orange car, so they wanted to bring it back out. He feels like this one is stronger and faster. Beautiful looking modified as well.
That's classic. That's classic Tim Brown right there. But, of course, their main sponsor is Jerry Hunt Super Center. So this is the car that they took out to honor Bruce Hayes in that opener, the Hayes Jewelers 200, and he took victory in that race. That orange car, though, his main car, they've been having some experimenting going on in the suspension of that car, and Justin Link kind of helping them, trying to think through some different ideas on that race car. They said that orange car is coming back. They're just not there yet with what they want out of that car yet. So, once again, just like last time we were here, he is in the blue, number 83. Until they get that car completely dialed in, they know what they have with this race car here tonight.
You know, he also did share that blue is his favorite color. So maybe it's his lucky car for the season. We will see, but certainly is odd to see no fluorescent orange 83 out there and see the blue car. As we say that, the flag man is going to show 1 to go. They'll line up these modifieds, and it is rumbling. The fans getting up on their feet. The ground pounders have awakened here in Winston-Salem.
The fans at Bowman Gray are now coming to their feet. NASCAR's original division at NASCAR's original weekly series track. These are the drivers that live by the grace of God and 600 horsepower. Green flag is out. The Elite Utilities 100 is green.
Daniel Beeson leading the way in turns 1 and 2. Mike Spini now looking to the inside
trouble.
for second.
Trouble towards the back of the field. Sorry, Jacqueline. Huge contact in the wall for Jordan Fleming and John Holloman, who's in the midst of this points battle. Trouble on the 69. Trouble on the 69. Butner also spun. Mass chaos here. Things are happening all around this racetrack. It's so hard to keep up, but big trouble on the rear end of that number 69 machine. That's just not like a tire going down. That rear end is shaking around like something's broken in the housing of that number 69 Black Sand Company machine. Holloman right now in that machine. Trouble for him. He is third in points behind Myers and Brown. This could be huge for the points race here at the stadium.
Definitely looked like it's going to be a major issue there for the Superman, John Holloman the fourth. We'll see as he heads off the track to address that. Hopefully just a tire down, but certainly did look like something more serious.
No, I mean, that was rear end. You saw the movement in that thing. That was not good here for John Holloman. Let's take a look at the Hudson Auto Works replay. And look at the front of this field right here, and you see the number 5 of Butner.
Wow.
And Noto basically just didn't turn. That car went straight, whether he got on the brakes and it locked up, and that caused Butner the contact and Butner to go around.
Butner is still on the track now at the tail of the field. We still have the 44 of Daniel Beeson leading. There's a look right there at the 57.
There's Danny Bone, the winner of the last 100 lapper when we were here at the Madhouse. The 100 lappers are something some of these modified drivers circle on their calendar.
The choose cone is
out. Cone is, and guess what? The choose cone's back. We've had a painted square like we're in the Cup Series, and the fans didn't like it, okay? Because they couldn't see it.
Yes, it's
Us
hard to see.
broadcasters didn't know when the cone was coming out. Now we've got the cone back. Coney, welcome back to the Madhouse. We've missed you, brother.
I like the cone.
I love the cone. Who doesn't like
Look
a
at
good
it.
cone? Oh,
Ooh.
Danny Bone almost didn't like a good cone. Danny Bone, of course,
That's
the
to
winner
take
of the
him
last
out.
100 lapper here, and he is somebody that we were saying before the cone came out enjoys it. The cone, you choose the top, you choose the bottom. It's your choice. File in behind the leader, make your choice, and live with it. Now, green flag is back out. The guy that chose the outside, Mike Spini, takes the lead around Beeson from the top. That's the hard way, and that's how the Bulldog did it. Trouble on the front straightaway. Kyle Southern, Lonnie Oakley, and there is Butner once again. Yellow flag is out.
Power move by that number 10 of Mike Spini to take the lead from the outside, but man, wanting to take control of this race is vital right now. As we say that, we're going to sort out the field here at Bowman Gray. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
It's not a good night for sheet metal if you're a fendered car. If you're a modified for your rear end, looks like maybe the trailing arm, something broke in that number 9 machine. It was walking all sorts of cattywampus there, and there is the driver of the Steelman's Ace Hardware number 9, now a winner in the modified division, Kyle Southern, who's scratching his head in disbelief. He had a fast race car today in practice and was really looking forward to this extra distance race tonight to try to go for win number 2.
I have a tow truck here that's going to help the 9 off of the track, continuing to pace until this is cleaned up. Let's take another quick break and come right back to some racing action.
As Kyle Southern is towed off the racetrack, a little bit of news for you as well. We were talking about the Fans Challenge. Good pose there. That's kind of look at Kyle Southern. He's like Captain Morgan pose
like
on the side Nerf bar.
Just
he does,
sitting,
yeah.
sitting on the car.
Folks, get your Kyle Southern action figures behind the field house tonight. But hey, behind the field house also is the number 75, it appears. He is back there. You saw it there on the screen. Getting some repairs done or adjustments done. The 75 of Lee Jeffries, who took the Fans Challenge. There is the car right there, the white car with the pink kind of on near the air cleaner. Wonder if his night is done. But Lee Jeffries was one of the Fans Challenge drivers trying for the $3,000 bonus to go from the rear. And if you make the top 4, you get that extra cash.
Money, 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 money.
Money. Oh, speaking of money, it's money when you come here, and it's especially going to be money on June 6th. That's the night you got to circle on the calendar, okay? Why? It says Sportsman 100, right? That's false advertising. It's also the Stadium Stock 50, and folks, it's also double points night, the coolest night to be at Bowman Gray Stadium, and you guys are announcing it. Guess what I'm doing? I'm off.
Where are you?
I'm going to be here. I might be in a tow truck. I might be in the infield. I might be in the grandstands. I don't care.
I'm
not missing it. And don't miss a Saturday night here at Bowman Gray Stadium. And if you do, tune in live on FloRacing.
I love it. We've got the choose cone back out. We're going to line back up and see if we can
double file, make you smile.
Go green longer than 2 laps here.
How about Beeson taking the top? Daniel Beeson showing some gusto.
It's interesting, right?
Very bold decision by the driver of the blue 44. Jason Myers also on the top as well. The Snowman, Junior Snow, starts in the 3 spot on the bottom. The ground pounders come to life again, 10 laps down. Beeson with a little bit of a tough start. He files into 3rd position right now, keeping an eye on Jason Myers, trying to make hay on the outside of that number 4 Rocket. He's a winner. Last time we were out, the Twin 25, number 1, and now he's in 3rd position. Battle is on behind them. Beeson on the bottom. Here comes Hutchins on the top.
The 44 not able to get the speed that he wants. Going to drop down the inside, move out of the way, and fall further back on this field. Contact continues throughout the entire field as they race for position.
Some tense moments throughout this field with Beeson slow on the bottom. Things are settling down now. We look midfield right now. There's the 47, the Friendly Ghost. Jackson Casper returning after some engine woes. Side by side behind him. Riley Neal shuts the door. No contact. What a save by Riley Neal. The front bumper of Truel made contact, but boy, did the driver, the 07, hang on.
Wow, great save by Riley Neal. Back behind him, though, it's bumper-to-bumper action as all try to vie for position early on in this race. Now looking at the battle a little bit further back, the 82 battling the 1 right here. You'll see pushing down on the inside, the 1 going to make position and turn on down. Burt Myers makes his way further up to the field.
Burt Myers charging through this field. You see the bumper on that number 1 pushed up from early contact. Here comes the Rocket to the outside of the rookie. Can't get the traction he needs. Danny Bone enters the fray in that number 57 machine. Lawson in the Harper 82 trying to hold off 2 of the biggest KG veterans in this field. Side by side, the Rocket hanging on. Here comes Bone.
That's the battle right there for the 15th position. You'll see Tim Brown, the 83, trying to push on down to the inside, grab position. He does so. He nestles down right behind the 57, bump from behind, continuing to make his way towards the front of this field.
Lawson in that 82 now files in single file behind Burt Myers. There's Slate Myers. Last week he was a winner, winning his first victory here at Bowman Gray Stadium. His uncle won the first Twin 25 last week. He's the black number 4 on your screen right now. Mike Speeney, the Bulldog, is your leader. In that number 10 car, you can't see it's a 10 because it's got QRC camo all over that thing. And then in second position is the driver known as the Snowman. One of the most improved drivers this season. Andy Noto is slow on the east straightaway, and that brings out the caution flag, which is perfect timing because S&P Lemonade is here. What flavors do we have here, Seth? Talk real close to this.
I've got the Slate's Racing Fuel and the Blood Flow Orange.
Okay, I'm going to take some Slate's Racing. No, I'll take the Blood Flow Orange. What do you got?
I don't know. What was the options?
Slate's or Blood Flow Orange.
I think I like the Blood Flow.
Let her have first choice. We've got
What do
Blood
you
Flow
want?
Orange.
What do you
Slate's,
want? I don't
folks,
know.
we're talking
Whatever
about
I
lemonade
had
here,
last
folks.
time, it was great. Thank you.
Well, there is Andy Noto. Andy Noto is a guy that has worked on nuclear reactors. And let's see what happened here. And this is the contact that we showed you before in our Hudson Auto Works replay.
Woo!
What a save by Riley Neal right there. Thank you for Seth and them bringing us refreshments. I'll tell you, they need to bring it to the driver, the 07. He deserves a lemonade after that save. Holy hat.
So I did meet Andy today.
Great guy.
And he was explaining to me what he does as a nuclear safety manager, where he manages over 70 employees. And he said that some of his pit crew that is out here is actually some of his coworkers. So he brings
Team radiation,
yeah,
baby.
he brings them on out here, but not able to run a full season. Just depends on his work schedules. Travels 3 hours commute out here to be at Bowman Gray, and so I love to see him here. He's a great guy. Great to chat with him. We'll see if he can join the rest of the field to finish out this 100-lapper.
What's even cool is, okay, FloRacing dirt fans maybe chiming in right now. Benji Hicks, you know that name. Dirt late model star here in the Southeast. Benji was here today. He's friends with Noto. Guess what he was doing today? He wants to get behind the wheel of one of these modifieds. He was practicing Noto's car because these are the coolest machines in the land. Oh, a breaking here. The number 51, Junior Snow, you see him on your screen. He is stopped. That is your second place driver, and he is stopped on the east straightaway. Yellow flag is out. We are not choosing. Here comes the Citrus Safe side-by-side, not driven tonight by Eric Messer to push him. Oh, the car is refired. It appears Junior Snow might be okay.
Was he sent to the rear? Something happened here. Okay.
It looked like it stalled.
Bad time to stall. It was very odd, though.
Folks, all heck broke loose when the lemonade came in, didn't it?
It really did.
At least it wasn't Little Donuts that brought us to our knees there. It was lemonade.
Well, the choose cone is back out as we will line this field back up. Inside or outside is the choice that they will need to make. Mike Spini still at the point. Chooses the inside, followed by the 4, Jason Myers, to the outside, and the rest of the field will sort themselves out. 26 laps in the books. We still have a ways to go, folks. Sit down, grab your snacks, grab your lemonade, grab your little donuts.
I got lemonade, sweet tea, Sundrop. This is like a Disney World for me up here. Hey, anyway, Trey Hutchins moves up to the 3 spot. Daniel Yates on the outside in the 4 spot. Junior Snow, who is your second place competitor, now drops to the rear of the field in that 51. He'll have a long way to go and kind of a long way to get there. It's a 100-lapper tonight. 26 laps in. We will not go to green. Spini and Myers at the front of that field, so you know there's going to be cat and mouse games. And there, the 10 goes as slow as he can. The number 1 picking up the speed. Remember, folks, the leader must initiate the start in the box. There's yellow, painted green stripe, orange stripe on the wall. The leader has to fire first. If they make it through that box, then the flag man will start the race. They both fire. Myers fires first. Green flag is out, but yellow flag follows. They deem that Jason Myers jumped that one.
You've got the fans on their feet right now, Matt.
Well, it's Spini versus Myers. 28 laps in. Restart games for you. Who's gonna be firing first is Spini. Green flag is out side by side. Spini and Myers into the south turn.
Myers holding his own on the outside, gonna take the run on the back straightaway, has a nose ahead. Can he hold on though? Gets a little loose though, going to hold that position to the outside of Spini. He's not gonna let him go. Looks down, is he gonna get behind him or is he gonna hold the outside? He does, nestles behind the number 10 of Spini.
Great run there for Trey Hutchins in third. Daniel Yates in fourth. Looking back further in the field, Riley Neal is stuck on the outside of the number 6 of Slate Myers. These are two very young, talented racers in the hot modifieds here. Slate Myers has his first win. The 07 wants his first win in the modifieds. Now entering the conversation is the 57. There's Danny Bone.
Every position matters, and everyone wants to get down to the bottom to have control. A gap opens up. Riley Neal misses it, though. Gonna look now to the back of the 83. Contact with the 16 behind. He goes sideways up into the wall, stacks up a little bit, but we're gonna stay green.
The 16 of Fleming, of course, going for that fans challenge, trying to get up to the top 4 for a $3,000 bonus. His night almost ended there in a bad way, but he is recovered. What that has done, though, is split this field in 2 and spaced out the competitors. There's Jackson Casper, the number 47 car with the yellow-greenish bumper, the friendly ghost. Last time we saw him a few weeks ago, he had major engine issues on that 47. Luckily, they said it was a pressure valve. They did not hurt that engine. That's the same engine. They are back here today and having a heck of a race.
That 47 sitting in the 5th position, followed by the 64 of Ethan Trull, who is the youngest driver in the field tonight at only 17 years old.
Oh, Yates is slowed. Daniel Yates is slowed on the back straightaway. Trouble for the number 18 PSR machine. Daniel Yates having his best run ever at Bowman Gray Stadium, and now it comes to an end. Let's throw it to a quick break here on FloRacing, and we will be back with the rest of the Elite Underground Utilities 100. We are back here on FloRacing, joining you 40 laps into the modified 100 here, and there is Junior Snow's Wagner Appliances 51 that was running in second position, and then suddenly we saw the 51 drop to the rear. Why? The clutch was coming out of that car, the clutch was slipping, and Junior Snow, a very mature young race car driver, also didn't want to wreck his car. Very smart, very heady decision. Actually volunteered to drop to the rear because he knew that could be real trouble. So what he's trying to do here is, with attrition, save the best run he can get in the night. And you say, well, why would he drop out of the second position to do so? Because points matter, and Junior Snow is tied for 4th in this division. Choose Cone is out. Speeney on the inside. Once again, Myers to the outside. Hutchins to the inside. Ethan Truhl this time hops to the outside in that 64. Burt Myers now creeping on up in this field from the 22nd starting position to 5th for Myers. Slate Myers hops to the outside. He'll start alongside Old Dad.
Also to be noted, Tim Brown now has made his way up to the 8th position after starting in 17th.
Here we go. Lap 41, 42 to the line. Green flag is out. Even Steven down the straightaway into the south turn goes Speeney and Myers. Speeney with the advantage on the inside, but powering on the outside is Myers. He's going to fight hard for this one. Coming off the turn, he files in behind. The battle is on between the 2 youngsters behind, Hutchins and the Big B Coffee Machine of Truhl.
Truhl, Hutchins, side by side for the 3rd position. Veterans lined up behind them. Speeney continues to lead the way as they sort it out further back.
Slate Myers files in right in front of Danny Bone, who gives him the real estate that he needs. Now here comes Myers on the inside of Truhl. Myers doesn't have much bumper left, but he's using those restarts. He's heady. He's a veteran. Now he's got the preferred groove, and he has 4th position.
Burt Myers now in the 4th position from 22nd originally, settling behind Hutchins to the back of the 14, looking for a podium position.
Oh, trouble! Jason Myers gets into your leader. Speeney is around. Speeney is around. Myers versus Speeney once again at the Madhouse. And now the Flying Taco is involved. So is Oakley. So is Randy Butner again. The crowd is on their feet. They're going nuts here because they know the rivalry between these 2 families. Speeney is around in the south turn.
Speeney versus Myers. There's been multiple incidents between Speeney and the Myers family in general. Was it clean racing or was it deliberate? The 10 still sitting on the track, no movement yet.
Yeah, that car looks like it's going to fire right now. The QRC HVAC and refrigeration number 10 leading this one. And they're going to push it started here. Here comes Speeney. The tow truck coming in.
The fans.
The fans are
Opinions.
leaning over the fence right now. And Speeney now, that car coming to life here. Wow. The fan reaction is something special here. And it's hard to really communicate this through television. If you were here right now, you would see about roughly 12,000 fans. You would see salutes of all different kinds. Cheers. And here comes Speeney. Speeney pulls up alongside of Myers. Swipes him. Here comes Speeney.
It's not over.
Oh,
it's not
Myers
over.
Squares up. Myers squares up. He knew what Speeney was doing. Speeney was thinking about taking out his right front tire.
We've seen this before.
And Speeney right there, Myers, a veteran move to square up his front bumper, so if there is indeed some contact, that he can save his race. Now, Speeney inches off.
It's not over here, Matt. You'll see the 10. It's going to head around the track here.
Tensions rising at Bowman Gray Stadium, and the fans know it. Lonnie Oakley takes the long, lonely walk across the football field back behind the field house, the rookie competitor and the Farm Bureau insurance machine. There is Speeney, who's tagging the tail of the field. Drama happening and unfolding here. Rivalries are what this place has been built on for generations. There is the replay, and once again, yes, it is contact between a Myers and Spini, and Jason Myers got into the back of Spini right there. Now, supposedly on the radio in the Spini camp, that they were just trying to get around with the tow truck. They're waiting on that wrecker that he wasn't going to hit the 4. We can believe what we want.
Interesting, since the wrecker was attached to someone else.
Hey, that's Bowman Gray.
That's Bowman Gray.
That's why, and you look right here, he's giving a thumbs up to him. Lonnie Oakley, a real good guy, a rookie competitor, really trying hard in this division and learning the ropes and modifieds, and saying he's struggling with qualifying right now to get used to driving a car in sticker tires for that one lap you get in qualifying. But hey, there's a reason why this many race fans pay $15 every week and bring their children here. You know, it's because of moments like that.
Emotions are high as we continue to clean up from all the contact that happened in turn 2. 48 laps are in the books on this 100-lap feature event. The modifieds are bringing emotion. We'll be back here shortly. Let's take a quick break on FloRacing.
We're back here halfway into the Elite Underground Utilities 100. We're about to choose, but contact between leader Mike Spini and Jason Myers in the 4 is what we're all talking about right here. Spini dives into the corner, and yes, contact, clear contact between those two drivers going for one spot, and that is the lead. Now, Jason Myers is your leader. To the outside, a traditional number 14 car that's graced this racetrack for generations. The Hutchins family machine, another angle of this one. And you see the contact from Elgin Trailer's machine, from his camera, excuse me. We're going back to green this time. In turn number 3, they are Myers, Hutchins on the outside. Generational talent, Trey Hutchins. Burt Myers in 3rd, Slate Myers in 4th position. A whole gaggle of Myers, 3 wide towards the mid-pack right there. The showstopper on the outside takes 2 cars from the top. Oh, he's hunting that fans challenge right now. It's Chris Fleming in the number 16. By golly, that was amazing. Now Burt Myers sideways with his son, Slate Myers.
Tim Brown stuck on the outside after that sandwich with Chris Fleming. And we'll see right here, throw a blanket over him. We got Myers everywhere and battling all over this field for position a little bit sideways for that 64.
Truel on the inside, the Rocket hanging on the outside, the hard way around. Will he file in behind him? Here comes Chris Fleming hunting that $3,000 challenge, the fans challenge. And that's a fan favorite in the number 16 machine. The Mount Airy native right now, charging his way through the field at the Taylor Auto Parts, number 16. He's to the bottom side of the Tobaccoville driver right now, and he is moving on up.
Don't look now, but Mike Spini now has cracked into the top 10 for that number 10. Now on the back bumper of the 71, looking to the inside. He's going to look to the outside now, power up to the top, continuing to make his way to the front of this field.
Spini right now trying to work his way back towards the front, gets around Mason Lawson in the number 82. Now he'll work on the Mayberry Bullet right in front, but we're also looking at another Mayberry driver, Mount Airy driver right now, Chris Fleming. But the battle is also heating up for the second position.
Trey Hutchins, is in a Myers sandwich. So much battling going on, it's hard to keep track. The 64 of Ethan Truel and the showstopper right now, the number 16. We got our eyes on that. Right now, that is the big battle on the racetrack. We're also keeping an eye on the second place battle, but right now, a little bumper tag. Here comes the showstopper dipping the nose of that 16 down the straightaway and into turn 1. A little bit of Nerf bar right there to the 64, but he gets the spot, and Truel hangs on. Here comes Danny Bone to the inside in the north turn.
Fleming, strong, outstanding now in the top 5, coming all the way from the back, powering towards the 4th place position. Contact a little bit further back with Tim Brown and Truel and Speedy.
Speedy moving on up. He's aggressive. He might be a little bit hot under the collar right now, and he is going to show that bulldog mentality that makes him one of the more polarizing drivers here at the Madhouse. Now the battle is on for the 2nd position. Jason Myers, left rear broken on your leader. Myers in turn number 2 has stopped, and Trey Hutchins is your new leader.
Wow, Jason Myers, who was leading this field, broke all alone on his own. You'll see the left rear of that number 4 completely snapped. I believe that will end the night for Jason Myers after leading a strong showing for that number 4 in team.
It looks like the night is over for Jason Myers.
Now we'll see the racing gloves, helmet, safety gear being removed.
There's the 10 pulling up alongside of him. He's not happy. Let's take you to a quick break on FloRacing, and we'll come back. Jason Myers taking the long walk across the 40-yard line here at the famous, legendary Bowman Gray Stadium, built in 1937, and his family has been a part of this place since NASCAR came here for the first time in 1949. But trouble for Myers, the Myers-Speedy rivalry taking on a new chapter tonight, but Myers' night ended just with a broken rear end, it looked like. And now his car is being double hooked. Gotta love the double hook. Now, you don't love it if you're a race car driver, but as a kid loving tow trucks at racetracks, it is one of the cooler things is to see a car double hook. Let's look at that, guys. We got this mastery tow job going on of the number 4 machine. Takes so much talent. And look at that number 4 car, and you see the wheel hanging off of it. Man, that whole assembly broke off that number 4. Oh, Myers is not happy. Let's look at the replay here and see what happened. It breaks right there in turn number 1.
And that's what happened. He broke. Well, Jason Myers wasn't too happy. Look at that right there. That entire left rear broke, snapped, and is hanging there. That is a wild thing to see.
Yeah,
right
this is
there.
a wild view right here.
You see it hanging by the shock of that left rear.
Barely.
Jason Myers was walking across the football field, of note, by the way, and when he passed Mike Speeney's car, he pointed at him and showed him that he was not happy with, I'm assuming...
It was a bit of a lunge.
It was a little bit of a point at him and a lunge, and the 4, even though he gave the contact to Speeney to cause him to spin out, the 4 probably not happy with the fact that Speeney appeared to back into him. There is Jason Myers, and he might not be hot there. If you know Jason Myers, he's one of the most animated person. If he talks to you about Kellogg's Corn Flakes, it looks like he's yelling. But I don't think he's happy right now. Obviously, he's upset about his car, but he's also yelling. There it is, as you see him and Corey Latham, the great photographer, walking out. Here comes Myers up to Speeney's machine, yelling at him.
Dang.
That's the passion
of
the Myers family.
That was aggressive.
Hey, man, that's just passion. Jason Myers is one of those guys where it's just like he wears every emotion on his sleeve. Let's take a quick 30-second break here on FloRacing. We'll be back because we're going to choose here the next time we start, next time around.
Welcome back to Bowman Gray Stadium, where we're watching the modified division. 67.67 laps in the books right here. The choose cone is out, and decisions are being made.
Well, Hutchins, that's the decision you want to make. But now, because of that number 4 car of Jason Myers going south, move up the number 4 to the outside of the second row. The number 16. Chris Fleming, who started in the rear of the field going for the Fans Challenge, is in a Fans Challenge spot right now. If he stays within the top 4, he gets a $3,000 bonus. 69 laps on the board when we come to green. Myers doesn't go, Hutchins does, yellow flag is out.
Stack up on that outside, not great.
Well, Myers just didn't go, and the 14 went. And that's the gamesmanship. You've got a young driver on the inside and one of the masters of the madhouse on the outside. Tension. Filling the stadium air. Side by side, green flag is out. Even Steven down the straightaway into the south turn they go. Hutchins on the bottom, Myers on the outside. Burt Myers takes the lead the hard way around the outside,
Burt Myers leading this lap as he goes around smoke. Contact.
Contact between Slate Myers and Chris Fleming. Fleming hanging on in that 4th position on the outside, fighting for everything it's worth. Contact between the 2 drivers. Nerf bar to nerf bar. That 16 slams down to the inside, and Danny Bone, what a great gentleman driver that is to give him that space.
Chris Fleming trying to hold on to the top 4 with all he can. Shots from behind from Danny Bone in that 57. Tim Brown, the 83, has now made his way into the top 6. And don't look now, but Mike Speeney now in 7th position.
Right now, Chris Fleming, if he finishes where he does in the 4th position, he was one of 2 drivers to take the Fans Challenge. He'll win a $3,000 bonus tonight. But can the Mount Airy driver do it? He's all over the back bumper of Slate Myers. Last time we were here, Slate Myers scored his first victory. Tonight, he's in 3rd, holding off the showstopper.
Great showing by the young driver of Slate Myers. Shot from behind on that 16 just a little bit. Then up ahead, Burt Myers continuing to lead the way after coming from 22nd position. Ethan Troll holding on to second, but Slate Myers trying to hold on to his podium position. And Chris Fleming wanting ahead, stacking up line by line, bumper by bumper, 77 laps in the books. All bets are off.
Chris Fleming right now, and then behind him is Danny Bone. How patient will Danny Bone be with this? How patient will Chris Fleming be? Fleming seems to have the faster race car, but I don't think he wants to use the bumper to get around Slate. He's trying to do so the clean way. We will see. Now moving up to the 7th position is Mike Spini. Interesting. The guy that just got spun out about maybe 15 minutes ago, who's been the center of controversy tonight. Coming to lap 80, 20 laps to go.
Chris Fleming continuing to be all over the back bumper of Slate Myers as they do this. The gap between Myers and Troll, the number 14, is closing. And in front of him, Troll and Burt Myers closing that gap just a little bit, lap by lap. Not significant, but enough as we continue to click off more laps into the dirt a little bit further back. Mike Spini hits the sand, makes his way into turns 1 and 2 now. You can throw a blanket over on Matt. The battling has not ended just yet.
83 laps on the scoreboard right now. Myers stretching his legs at the front of this field. Trey Hutchins right now in the position that would be his best career finish at the Madhouse. Slate Myers in the 3rd position, 4th for Chris Fleming, but the yellow flag is out. Speaking of Fleming, Jordan Fleming in the turn 4 infield grass, and the North Carolina 811.org caution is out.
If you're Burt Myers right now, you may not be happy for this caution, but if you are the 14 of Trey Hutchins, you are extremely happy to be able to stack this field back up and get a shot at the win as we're closing in at almost 10 laps left to go in this 100-lap feature. A lot of drama, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions have taken place thus far, but only one winner will take home the cup, the 100-lapper here for the modified race tonight.
Elite Underground Utilities modified race, and there is that number 14, a very famous paint scheme here at Bowman Gray Stadium, and not just there, in the south too. We're coming to the choose cone. Let's see what Hutchins does. Will he stay on the inside or the outside? But you know, his grandpa owned race cars. They all raced, and of course, but he owned race cars famously for so many great modified drivers here at Bowman Gray, including Bobby Hutchins, who we all know as modified racer Bobby Hutchins, but of course worked for so many years for guys like Dale Earnhardt at Richard Childress Racing and still works over there today. This driver, though, the 3rd generation of Hutchins here, and this driver works on a Formula One team for Cadillac. So Formula One and the Madhouse.
Side by side, here we go. Restart this time. Around the corner they go and the green flag flies.
Burt Myers takes the lead. Hutchins gets moved up. Here comes the 16 filling the hole. Hutchins on the outside trying to avoid disaster and file back in. He does so, but he loses several spots. Now move up Slate Myers to 2nd, side by side for 3rd. It's Bowman on the inside and Fleming to the outside. Right behind that, it's Spini versus Brown.
Myers and Myers, 1-2. How will this sort out when it's a family affair? Further on back, Danny Bone. And then Chris Fleming still holding on the 4th position. Mike Spini now in the top 5 battling with Tim Brown.
Oh, Spini gets into Brown. Brown moves up into the marbles, saves that race car, the Hayes Jewelers Special, but loses a spot. 10 laps to go here at Bowman Gray Stadium. And your leader right now is Burt Myers, the Citrus Safe number 1, safely up front of this one.
Leading the way.
There is another plot point to discuss tonight. I've just been informed, reminded by Justin Mincy. Oh, here comes the number 83 fighting for that spot, the 6th position. He gets it around Trey Hutchins. Burt Myers is your leader, though, and he's been growing a mustache, folks. I don't know if growing would be the right word. It's not that great looking, I'll say. Sorry, Burt. But we did have a little agreement that if he won, I'd be shaving his mustache. I don't know if I'm going to shave the mustache. I'm supposed to, and that's okay. If somebody else wants to take care of those duties, I'll gladly oblige. Who the heck wants to shave a man's upper lip? Not me. But Burt Myers, if he wants to do it, hey, whatever.
You signed up for something here, but Burt
didn't
Myers
sign up for that.
continuing to lead the way, holding a gap over Slate Myers, Danny Bone sitting in third, Chris Fleming holding on to that fourth position, hoping to get that extra bonus. Mike Spini closing out the top 5 so far with 6 laps to go.
The 16 right now coming to 4 to go this time around, but the 16 has had a tough season. He needs that $3,000. He needs that feel-good night that he has yet to have at Bowman Gray Stadium. And now Mason Lawson goes spinning around in the grass coming out of turn number 4. Will we hit the reset button? Yes, we do. 4 laps to go. We're going to probably come back to a green-white checker here. Single file restart possibly. But boy, oh boy, tension at the Madhouse. Oh, there's Mason Lawson. He's not happy with Riley Neal. He's not happy. He is pulled out in front of him. Lawson getting the number 82 righted. The rookie competitor does so.
The 82 going to exit the track now. Mason Lawson. No, he stays on. He stays on.
He might be pulling. You might be right. He might be pulling up alongside the pace car and trying to go to the pit area, or trying to get a spot back. He passes to the inside of the pace vehicle. But hey, this resets things here. Right now on the scoreboard, Jacqueline, it lists 3 laps to go. But we know in another lap or 2, it's basically going to turn into like a 2-lap shootout. We'll take a look at the flagman to see if it's green-white checker. I believe that's what they do in the modified division, not green-white together. But we will see. We've got a pair of Myers, father and son, leading this field. Danny Bone, the 100-lap master of sorts, the big, long, extra-distance race driver. That is one of the hottest drivers in Southern Modified racing right now. He's the points leader on the Smart Modified Tour with 3 wins so far this year there. And, of course, that 100-lapper, he nearly took the win in the Hayes Jewelers 200 to open this season. And Chris Fleming, the story of the night, possibly Chris Fleming, in the 4th position right now. Looks like he could take that bonus, but to his rear in the 5th position is Mike Spini. And you know Mike Spini, if he's got a way he can bulldog around somebody for 1 extra spot, that guy doesn't give an inch. There's a reason why they call him the Bulldog.
This top 5 is very interesting. Dad versus son. If there's one person that you really want to beat, it might be your dad.
Do you think he'd turn the old man? I mean, he is
know.
a Myers. He is a Myers. We're going to overtime here. Green-white checker finish for the NASCAR Brad's Golf Cars Modifieds and the Elite Underground Utilities 100. Do you think Slate will throw the bumper at his father?
I think I could see them getting into it, and then
I think he'd
Danny
move him.
Bone wins.
I think he'd move him. Knowing Slate,
yes.
I think he's gonna. If he has a shot, he's gonna try to put a bumper to him to move him.
Let's see.
Well, things are always interesting when you come to the Madhouse and you pay your $15 on the gate. And now we'll see how interesting it gets. Green flag is back out at the Madhouse. And a little bit of bumper tag back in the 5th position. Spini trying to hang on with a shot from Tim Brown. But now single file they go. They come to the white flag. One more trip around the famed quarter mile for the driver known as the Ace. For the 104th time in his career, the 103rd in a modified. But more importantly, a father-son finish. The Myers family. Dad wins. Son second. Burt Myers, Slate Myers at the Madhouse.
Side by side, they celebrate after the checkered flag.
Nerf bar love at the stadium between father and son and one of the great families in NASCAR short track history. Burt Myers win 104, for his storied career at the stadium. So we have had the Myers family win the last 3 modified races at Bowman Gray Stadium. The Jason Myers in a twin 25, Slate Myers in the second 25, and now this week, Burt Myers. The Myers family is making some noise here at the stadium as far as modified wins. 103rd career one for Burt. Of course, he's got that one sportsman win. 29th time that Burt Myers has won a modified 100 lapper. He is the all-time leader over Junior Miller in that category. Aha, there's a rivalry.
Absolutely incredible. And man, what a night for the Myers family as a whole.
Look at
Emotions high and low for them. They run to victory lane to celebrate in the
Slate.
iconic.
Look at this. This is going to be a reversal of last week when Burt and Jason ran to their son and nephew. And now the throngs of Myers family, friends, and crew members enter the front straightaway at Bowman Gray. Let's go down trackside to Randy Pulliam.
Slate, who picked up his first win a couple of weeks ago, congratulating his dad on the win in the Elite Underground Utility 100. Thanks to John Dell and Justin Mincy, 223 wins between the Myers family after that win tonight. Burt said he about forgot he'd been so low. Burt, nice salute to our friend Kyle Busch. Burt, we've got a minute or two now. We're not going to cut you short. I got a lot to talk about. First off, really like that mustache.
I don't care if she does or not. It's coming off here in just a minute.
Burt, first win of the season. 223 wins for the Myers family here at the stadium. Your son, Slate, finished. Hey, just for a moment, did you think you might give it a little bump?
I was hoping. Hey, man, what kind of dream is that, to be racing with your son for the win on a 100-lapper right after he got his win last week? But, man, this is for Kyle Busch. I know everybody keeps saying that, but he was something else, man, and he was riding with us tonight. So, man, that's awesome. I want to thank CitraSafe, Tommy, David, CitraSafe crowd up here tonight. How about that? UTI, NASCAR Institute, General Super Center, Jeff Denny. Man, I know I'm forgetting. Kim, help me. It's been so long since I've been up here. MJ Graphics. Who am I forgetting? I cannot believe it. It's been a long time. I can't believe it. I hope this shows people, I don't care if you have 1,000 wins. They are all so special because they're all so hard to come by. SP Lemonade, Seth, thank you. Man, it's awesome.
And Burt, just one other quick question. You may have well had started in the back.
A huge win for Burt Myers, your points leader in the Brad's Golf Cars Modified Division, and a huge third win in a row for the Modified Myers family. Folks, we'll be back because racing is not over. Stay tuned. You don't know what you're going to see here, especially when the sportsman cars hit the track. They're up next.
Welcome back to Victory Lane. With Tracy. Burt Myers, ladies and gentlemen, picks up the win in the Elite Underground Utility Austin Jones starting 10th. Winner from our previous sportsman race, the 0-3 of Sterling Clemens. Starting 9th in the number 28, Nate Gregg. Starting 8th in the number 55, Zach Orr. Starting 7th, take on the Tiger here is Tommy Neal in the number 21. Starting 6th, Donkey Strong, Justin Taylor in the number 12. And starting 5th, he is your points leader in the number 97, Billy Gregg. Starting 4th in that number 99, Brian Sutz Jr. And starting 3rd in the 0 is Kurt Sheets. And your front row on the outside is the number 24 of AJ Burness. And starting from the point again,
A full moon is out here at Bowman Gray Stadium, but not just any full moon. It's a blue moon. And once in a blue moon, you have stories that are just amazing here at the Madhouse. We saw your points leader, Billy Gregg, struggle with engine troubles on his number 98. Well, Billy Gregg actually blew up in morning practice, we're told, by Brad Smith from Velocita. So they took the engine out of their Velocita number 98 of Jaden Cordell and put it in Billy Gregg's car. Well, the footage we showed you before was that engine blowing up. So now Billy Gregg, in a third move, went to this 97 car. You want to talk about happenstance that's once in a blue moon for your points leader. This guy is living a tale tonight. Billy Gregg, the number 97, what a night. And he's hanging on and finishing pretty good in that first race. And now the second sportsman race is going to start after the victory lane from the Myers crew finishes, which is a wild scene down on pit road. But here's your starting lineup for this one. Starting on the pole, of course, they drew a 10, so the 10th place finisher starts on the pole, and that is the good guy, Mitch Gales. To the outside, it's the Chalu Performance, number 24 for the Furnace, AJ Burness.
Starting in the third position from Louisville, North Carolina, is the Clifton Plumbing 0 of Kirk Sheets. And to the outside is the number 99 of Brian Sykes Jr.
Billy Gregg starts next in the Sykes Metal Roofing number 97, Justin Taylor to the outside.
Row number 4 is the number 21 of the Affordable Towing, Tommy Neal. And to his outside, the Jerry Johnson Motors 55 of Zach Orr.
The Rocket Donkey number 28 starts next. That's Nate Gregg alongside the Pendry Home and Solutions number 03, the winner of the first race. It's the Rockstar Sterling Clemens.
Row number 6 is going to feature a pair of Austins. Austin Jones to the inside and Austin Cates to the outside.
Starting 13th tonight is Brent Brown and the number 75 to the outside. It's the Bad Daddy. It's the number 37. It's Chris Massey.
Rounding out our field tonight, the number 14 of Jim Shope, and to that outside from Greensboro, North Carolina, it's the 63 of Terry Smith.
Now those cars at the back are slated to start this race, but of course we saw mass calamity for some of them. Massey's 37 is starting the race. Cates is as well. Brent Brown is as well. Terry Smith will not make the call. Neither will the 14 of the veteran Jim Shoaf. Sportsman. The law offices of John Barrow Sportsman Division. Very popular division. A wild one to start the night. Will this one be equally as wild? Mitch Gales led the first race, but then he got shuffled on back and finished 10th. Because of the Madhouse Scramble, he now starts in the first position. AJ Burness, who led some of the first laps of his career the last time we were here at the Madhouse and had a heck of a run. The low buck underdog right there in the 24 machine from Oswego, New York, starts in the second position. And there is, in the third position, the Zero Hero, Kirk Sheets, in the, what is it called? The Sheetslin Motorsports, Kirkland. I think we called it that. The Kirkland Racing Zero. The Zero car, though, Ron Burchett, Amber Lynn's dad, has been really working on that Zero car. Sheets saying with that old perimeter chassis, he couldn't get the push out of that car in the center of the corner. Ron, father-in-law Ron now, working on that car. Look out, because they got the push out of this thing. Now they're working on the drive off the corner, and Kurt is pretty happy. Green flag about to go out. Coming out of the north turn, they go. The Sportsman cars are back in action. Burness on the outside gets a nudge from Sykes. Burness hangs on. Oh, tough moments for him, and Justin Taylor is slow out of turn number 2. Justin Taylor, who came into the night hot in this points battle, is now stopped. He was your second place points man, just 34 points out of the lead entering the night, and now he's stopped on turn number 2.
That was pretty surprising with all that pile up and going 3 wide there. There wasn't more collected like we saw in the first feature event. So now looking at Donkey Strong right here sitting alone. Look at the FloRacing replay to see how it all ironed out. There on the outside, the number 12. There's that contact further up in the field. He looks to the outside, try to avoid Zach Orr. Now he's 3 wide. And then slows on his own. Now he's going to get a push off of the track here. Something has gone haywire for that 12. The field will line back up this time around. Flagman's going to show 1 to go.
Well, here we go. Lining them back up, and I think we're going to go single file. I think the stadium has been like, well, you know what? This has been a little wild. Let's bring it single file, boys. Let's calm you down a little bit here. In the sake of maybe time, 1 lap down on the Colby's Roofing and Gutter restart board right now. And you see that beautiful football field in the center of this. Of course, hosting some legendary football games and legendary events here at the famed quarter mile, but known as legendary as NASCAR racing. Back to green, the good guy in the lead, Brian Sykes Jr., who has been the center of a lot of sheet metal trading. And now he gets the bumper from Tommy Neal. Neal to the inside of Sykes in the north turn.
The 21 holding nothing back to that inside, and contact between him and the 99 there, going to take advantage. He does. He makes the pass, now looking to the back of Mitch Gales to close in the gap. Contact a little bit further back. The 28 now of Greg slides up into Kirk Sheets just a little bit in turn 3 and 4.
Sheets didn't appreciate some of that contact. They were battling really hard, and now here comes the Greg Brigade. Because Nate Gregg gets on by, and now here comes Dad Billy Gregg trying to get the spot as well, gently nudging the Zero Hero up the hill. Even though there's no banking, he does so. Now at the front of the field, we're all looking at the battle for the lead. Gales, and here comes the 21. He nudged by, well, spun him out basically for a win a few weeks ago, and now Tommy Neal gets on by. Possible trouble for the 38? No. He backs it down to the inside. So now your leader is Tommy Neal, followed by Sykes Jr. and the good guy, Mitch Gales.
Tommy Neal leading the point with the 99 and 38 right behind, closing in the gap. Contact further back in the field. Dust goes flying. Billy Gregg's hood now up on the windshield. Can he see in that 97?
What a marvel. What a marvel. Billy Gregg can't see, but he's such a good race car driver that he's still racing anyway. Gregg, one of the KG veterans of this division, doing it the hard way. And I'm not talking about the outside. He's doing it blind.
He's continuing to go.
Yellow flag is out. I don't know if that helps him or hurts him. It's only a 20-lap race. He's going to probably come back down pit road and get that hood off, but he gives up that track position to do so. But remember, your second-place points man's in the pit area. So if I'm the 97, I'm going to the pits right now. And he is. Here he goes. Greg hopping up to the outside. His adventurous night under the blue moon continues.
Talk about trust. You have to trust in your spotter when you are unable to see. I'm sure you could see a little bit out of the side, but that window net does not have enough where you're able to drive very well.
Let's see this replay here, and there was a little the hood just comes up. You see it right there.
Well,
wow.
The nose kind of hit a little bit on the bottom, so maybe that jangled the hood pins. You'll see the 97 down to the apron, hits a little bit on the grass.
It does. Good observation there. But, I mean, let's be honest.
That wasn't.
Were the hood pins sheared from contact before that, or not properly put in? I mean, because usually a hood don't go flying up.
No. It did look. You can see right there, right at the very center where the seam is on the front bumper. It looks like it's concave just a tad.
So it must have been contact. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the last one to let loose. Still have some time here to make room up, though, for the 97. We have 8 laps in the books. This is a 20-lap feature event, so there's still a little bit of time, and certainly it's not over for the 97. When it comes to the points, Tommy Neal continuing on the front of this field, though. Zach Orr has now made his way up to the 5th position, starting originally in 8th.
Well, Billy Gregg, you just talked about him, that Blue Moon night that he's having, not the beer.
I bet he wants one now.
Yeah, he probably wants one now. Lap 7, now he's relegated back to the 12th position. Oh, big trouble coming to the restart right there.
Whoa.
Massey and Brent Brown wreck coming to the green, and so does the debut. Has not been too shiny for Austin Cates. He's already pulled it behind the field house. Yellow flag out before the green could start.
Wow, I jumped out of my seat a little bit because that was unexpected.
Did I scare you?
No, I was scared
whoa.
for what was going down over there. Brent Brown, Chris Massey, and Billy Gregg was just trying to go around. We've got fluid on the track now. Let's take a look here. The FloRacing. You can
there
see
it
a
is
little
right
bit further
there,
back.
the pace car pulling back behind, and you'll see further in the back of the field contact. Right there, they stacked up. Billy Gregg did a great job to get underneath that. And look at by the hair of his chinny chin, he misses it. The Blue Moon night continues for Billy Gregg. This is just like, write a novel, folks.
Wow. The 37 there really took a ride. The 75 now going to exit out of the car. Let's take a quick break here on FloRacing, and we'll be right back.
It was like deja vu all over again. You remember just a handful of weeks ago when Mitch Gales was out front coming to the checkered flag, and Tommy Neal behind him, and we know what happened. But we didn't get a repeat of that this week, Chris. Mitch Gales pulled over and let the Tiger and Brian Sykes Jr. by. 8 laps are on the board. Brent Brown in that car 75. Looking to get some assistance over there in that group. Celebrating 87 years of excellence, Hayes Jewelers is home to one of the largest selections of world-class jewelry on the East Coast. And is NASCAR's longest running sponsor, involving 28 championships and over 300 wins. Whether it's gold, precious gems, pearls, diamonds, you name it, you're sure to find it. Hayes Jewelers located at 903 Winston Road in Lexington, or visit the website hayesjewelers.com. Hayes Jewelers, since 1939, the king of diamonds. Offering loans for large acreage, small acreage, recreational land, timberland, farmland, and homes.
Well, some of us take a break. Some of us are getting hooked up to the Daniel Davis tow vehicle. Let's take a look at that tow truck. Okay, guys, I know you're going to fire off on Facebook with me about certain things. I just like tow trucks, okay? And that's Big Red. That's one of our beloved tow trucks here. We don't use Old Blue enough. That's the greatest tow truck possibly in the history of Bowman Gray Stadium. There's also White Lightning, which is another beloved tow truck here. Next week, I'm off. You're going to have James Pike and Jacqueline Drake in the booth here. I'm thinking about hopping in Old Blue just for some fun and riding around with the tow truck guys, maybe the pace car. I know I could drive the side-by-side better than Eric Messer. So I'm just going to have some fun next week. You can't keep me away from the Madhouse. And, folks, if you've never experienced this, much like the Battershell family, hanging out with them today, the Battershells that live in the east coast of North Carolina, experiencing Bowman Gray for the first time. They went Franklin County last night for the Smart Race, and that was live on Flow. And then tonight they're experiencing the Madhouse for the first time, and they are absolutely loving it. But, hey, I want to say a shout out to them. And, anytime you come to the Madhouse, you got to love it. Jacqueline, we said breaks. Jacqueline got herself a nice water. I haven't even cracked my sun drop tonight.
You haven't.
I've got a
I'm
jug.
surprised.
I've got a Honey I Shrunk the gallon of sweet tea to my right, and I've got the S&P lemonade to my left. I am hopped up on sugar. I'm all jacked up on nothing like Mountain Dew. This stuff is high octane.
I also have not opened my freeze-dried Sour Skittles yet, so it's still early. It's still early tonight.
It's the blue moon.
Yes.
It's better than the Jamie McMurray moon.
Oh, no. You had to bring it up.
The best reaction was, oh, no. Folks, don't worry about it. Let's go back to racing here. We are taking the one to go here in the Sportsman 2020 number 2. And the fans are enjoying themselves in the grandstands here at Bowman Gray Stadium, one of America's great short tracks. The unique place that I tell people all the time, it's like coming to Wrigley Field.
Are you going to change your middle name to Matthew Bowman Gray Dillner?
No, but my son's name is Hudson Gray. Thank you.
Oh, because of this?
Allegedly.
Okay.
If you're a
Does your wife
Letterkenny
know?
fan, you know what that means, baby. Let's go racing. Here we go. To the front. 8 laps down on the scoreboard. Tommy Neal is your leader. Brian Sykes Jr., the hot shoe in second position right now. He's going to pressure him. He does so. Little bumper to Neal. Neal sideways. He finishes him off into the infield grass. The Neal car spinning in the grass. No yellow flag is out right now. The fans are electric at the Madhouse.
Don't look now, though. The 99 is coming around, but Tommy Neal is not up to speed. Is he waiting for him? Is he? He slows. He goes to a complete stop almost, and now he's rolling again. The 99 goes around the 21.
Here
fires
comes Neal.
up.
Here comes Neal. Neal's not happy. He pulls alongside the number 99, showing his displeasure in the south turn, Jacqueline. This is a wild one at the stadium. Oh, boy. Hold on to your hats. This is getting exciting.
The 99.
Oh, the 99 is off. The 99 is off the track.
Fenders going haywire. The 21 works his way around, but sends back to the back of the field after the yellow. Brian Sykes Jr., did he exit because of fenders, or is there something more? Mitch Gales now inheriting the lead as we've made our way halfway through this feature event. It's not over yet. Birds all over. There's a flock of them in the field, in the grandstands. Fans, they have feelings. Lots to say about what just went down.
Folks, every time the 21 is rolling by right now in front of us on the grandstands, there's several, when we say birds, it is bird season here every April through August at Bowman Gray Stadium. And tonight we're seeing a lot of birds. Birds by meaning a single-digit finger. The fans are speaking their minds here at Bowman Gray Stadium, and there's one thing held up, and here is
Brian.
The 21 re-entering the field, and so is Brian Sykes Jr. For the second race in a row. That car does not have a nose. It does not have a hood. It does not have fenders. Brian Sykes Jr. is basically stripping off the front end of his car, it seems, each week here at the Madhouse. Halfway down, coming back to green, it's Gales, and now the other Greg. Nate Gregg in the 28. Zach Orr following behind. Green flag back out, 10 laps down in the 20-lapper.
Mitch Gales, Nate Gregg, Zach Orr, and Sterling Plemons, who won the first feature event. Contact now for the lead. Nate Gregg looks to the inside of Mitch Gales, halfway.
Gregg to the bottom of Gales. Here comes the 55 of Orr to fill the hole. Starting in 10th position is the race winner of the first race. That's Sterling Plemons. Give him the 3 spot. Zach Orr dipping through the grass. He goes. He's trying. He's giving it the gusto. Trying to get to the back bumper of the number 28 of Gregg. Can Gregg recover from a tough week last time out?
Further on back, you're looking at Tommy Neal now, hoping to get past Donkey Strong and Brian Sykes Jr. in that 99, holding on, trying to follow the 21 through the field to make up position.
That was gentleman right there. The 12 is several laps down, and he got out of the way of Tommy Neal. That's respect. Coming to 5 to go here at the Madhouse.
Tommy Neal making his way through this field now on the back bumper, the 0 of Kirk Sheets. Further up, you can see Nate Gregg leading the way. Zach Orr hoping to push forward. Tommy Neal now past Kirk Sheets. He sits in the 6th position.
Billy Gregg right now in the 5 spot, trying to recover from his crazy night with a great points night. Some drivers will pick up some points on him, but what could have been an absolutely tragic night for the driver of the 98, now 97, he has really put a Band-Aid on this one.
Everything has gone wrong for Billy Gregg tonight, so salvaging a great finish here, sitting in the 5th position so far. Further on back, though, Sterling Plemons back on the back bumper of the 55, trying to close the gap. A caution! The caution flies. Justin Taylor sits in the infield.
This changes everything. You know what happens when you reset? That brings drivers closer together. And when you bring drivers closer together, there's a front bumper, there's a rear bumper, and certainly there's a Madhouse. We'll see. 1 lap shootout. I believe we will have a green-white together the next time around. The popsicle stick is in the air in signifying right now that we're going to have the green flag next time by. And Gregg is your leader. Zach Orr in the 2nd spot. 3rd position for Plemons. 4th for Gales. 5th for Billy Gregg. 6th for Tommy Neal. 7th for Kirk Sheets. And 8th for Brian Sykes Jr. Austin Jones is 9th, 10th, A.J. Burness, the Furnace.
Bumper to bumper. Nate Gregg going to lead this field to green.
You notice how he fired in the restart box. Green and white together. That means 1 trip around the Fane quarter mile, and that means a nudge. Here comes Zach Orr to the bottom. Side by side they go. The 28 fouls in. Oh, the 03 climbs on him. Big crash in the north-south. Oh, here we go. Orr wins it. Confusion. The 03 basically ramped the 28. The 28 didn't like the contact. He tried to file down, tried to get into the 55. He ended up cutting off the 03 and causing a mess in the north turn coming to the checker. And Zach Orr gets the win.
Wow. Wow. You untangle what just happened in the last corner of this race.
Well,
damage.
That was interesting.
Lost positions. If I calculated correctly, though, Billy Gregg, top 5 finish. You see right there, Zach Orr makes the pass. Sterling Plemons to the inside, ramps up on the 28, collects the rest of the field behind it. Billy Gregg, he gets around.
Let's see where he finishes. So it's Orr and then Nate Gregg, and then it appears Gales, and Billy Gregg gets 4th? What a night for Billy Gregg.
Tommy Neal looks like 5th position right there. Brian Sykes Jr. was right behind him.
Look at the fans right now. The fans are going nuts because Zach Orr has his 28th career win, tying John Holloman IV for 42nd all-time wins list in this division. Oh, look at this. The fans are going crazy, and now Victory Lane is going to become an Orr mosh pit as the Cardinal Plumbing Machine pulls into Carolina Wood Floors Victory Lane. Let's go down to Chris Carter, who's got all the colorful reaction from Victory Lane.
That's how you do it, Zach. That's what they said over here. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I needed a break. We tore the car up in the first race, knocked it way out of the toe. I could turn it. It turned one way, then it turned another way. I knew it was bad, but it gave us a little shot. I gave Nate a bump. I think I learned that move from racing his dad about a week or two ago.
Who all you want to thank, buddy?
I want to thank everybody else, man. We've been working hard on the cars, Joe's car. I got a big shout out to Quality Glass Company. I always forget him, so he's going to be number one. Cardinal Plumbing, Jerry Johnson Motors, CTC Plumbing. Everybody helps me, man. That's awesome.
I want you to do something for me. I want you to tell these fans to get loud.
Let's get loud.
Zach Orr, the big winner of a wild one. Speaking of wild, stadium stocks are next after this break. Well, there's one thing about the Madhouse. Sometimes you don't have time to catch your breath. Well, I think we caught our breath a little bit in that break. But up next is the stadium stocks. We've got 2 features, 15 lappers for you. And boy, oh boy, has it been a season for the driver of the white number 80 car who's going to line up 4th. Luke Smith has had himself a season. And that is absolutely the most understated thing I could ever say in this booth. He's attempting to make history again. Okay, he became the first driver in stadium stock history to open the season in that division with 4 wins, and now he is chasing Tony Hoolan in the street stocks, who has 8. Well, now he's trying to put himself in rare air. Can he win his 5th race in a row to start the season? Other people have had long streaks, okay, but this one is to start a season. 4 races so far for Luke Smith, 4 wins. Can he make it 5 tonight? Folks, the stadium stocks from Q104.1 have hit the track, the division we affectionately old-timers call the Buzz Bombers. Let's give you the starting lineup for this one. The big guy starting on the pole in the number 12 machine, that is Tyler Rose. To the outside, a veteran, and the Cowboy Garage, number 64, that's Ricky Wall.
Row number 2 will have that 16 of Steven Sanders, and to the outside, we just spoke about him, the number 80 from Advanced North Carolina, 4 wins in a row so far this season, of Luke Smith.
Starting 5th tonight, it's the Frankenstein car. It's the 83 of Michael Cates. To the outside, the Little Donuts, number 81, it's Chuck Wall.
Starting the 7th position from Advanced North Carolina, the number 2 of Carson Reed. And to the outside from Winston-Salem, the 18 of Billy Andrews.
Starting 9th tonight is the beautiful number 29 machine for Christian Bowens. And then to the outside, the young man at the 46, it's Colton Brown.
Row number 6 is going to feature the 43 of Brandon Brindle and the 45 of Keith Bryant.
Starting in 11th tonight, what a tough draw for this driver. It's Brendan Brendel and, of course, Keith Bryant. And then Andre Chavez and Grayson Lee round out the rear of the field. That is 14 cars, 15 laps. We're getting ready to go. The guy on the outside pole is Ricky Wall. He's a veteran, served our country, always flies the POW, prisoners of war, on his car. A good veteran, a grizzled veteran of the Stadium Stock Wars, is the driver of the number 64. And his son took his first ever laps in a Stadium Stock today in this car. But Dad, he's back behind the wheel and starting from the outside of the front row. Green flag is out. They wind up the 4 cylinders, and Bowens is around. They didn't wind it up for long, did they?
Collecting a little bit of the wall there. The 03 of Grayson Lee trying to get around the 29 from the spinning. Bowens, the 45 stop doesn't appear to have any damage there, but the 03 of Grayson Lee, window net is down. Didn't even make it to the green flag to start this event. Bummer for the Q104.3 Stadium Stock Series, the 03 out of this race. Let's take a look at the FloRacing replay. What happened? Side by side we go. Green flag.
Look to the right of your screen. Bowens, I don't know if he got turned by the 03 or the 46, but there Brendel squeaks by. Oh, and a huge contact for Grayson Lee.
Huge hit. The 5 of Andre
Chavez.
Also got a little bit of contact. Let's take a quick break here on FloRacing. We'll be back in just a minute.
Grayson Lee, that car is absolutely destroyed.
Dang, Matt, just
the Right
rub
Choice
it in.
Plumbing car. I mean, it's just, I hate
it's
seeing
bad.
that.
It's
Gotta
bad.
love those Fox Body Mustangs. Let's take a look at what happened. Look at the right side of your screen here, and you'll see the stack up and Bowens getting turned. All right there, the black and white and blue car. But now watch that blue and orange car right there.
Boom.
Oh, that is just tough impact. Glad to see that Grayson is okay. And the 45 of Keith Bryant from Exeldine, he avoided that as well. 1 to go till we come back to green. Tyler Rose in the Dalton McGuire 12 is your leader. The Cowboys Garage, number 64, is second. Steven Sanders, who's having him such a good season so far, is Steven Sanders. He's in that third spot right now, is Sanders. Sanders tied for 5th in points with his father, A.J. Sanders, who we will see in the next race. Tyler Rose leads them to green.
Single file we go. Green flag underway.
And here comes Steven Sanders on cue. Sanders moves to the 2 spot. Here comes Luke Smith. Now Sanders throws it in turn number 3. Gets to the bottom of Tyler Rose. What a charge by Steven Sanders. He's not done yet. He gets to the bottom of Rose. He gets the spot. Here comes Luke Smith sideways.
Luke Smith makes the pass, now sitting in the 2nd position, followed by Chuck Wall. That's your podium right there. The 16 of Sanders holding his own, but sliding a little bit onto the outside. This is good news for the 80 of Luke Smith, trying to get another win under his belt this year. Can Sanders hold on?
Steven Sanders has had a hot rod all year long. He's been working behind the pit area every morning, every day here at the stadium, trying to get that car faster. Can he hold off the fastest car of 2026 thus far? The car that looks the fastest might be the one behind him, the number 81 of Chuck Wall.
Luke Smith putting pressure behind the 16. I don't think it'll last too long. Oh, and he's going to look to the inside, making the pass there for the lead, the 80 of Luke Smith, but Chuck Wall is not going to let him get away.
The march of Smith continues in the stadium stock division. 5 laps down, 10 laps to go. But can Chuck Wall be the guy that erases the hot streak of Luke Smith? Now coming up on the lap car, the Frankenstein machine gets by Mike Cates. And now coming up to the Bryant machine, the 45. Battle is on behind that, though. Tyler Rose. Here comes Brandon Lee Brendel, charging hard on the outside to get that 4th position.
Lots of lap traffic in consideration here.
Splitsville. What a move by Brandon Lee Brendel.
Great job being able to keep the nose clean and not lose position there. That's for 4th right there. Brandon Brendel in the 43. Looking further up. There we see 1, 2, 3. There's a gap between the top 3 cars right now. This is good news for Luke Smith, hoping to solidify his name in the history books. 5 laps to go, that time by Chuck Wall, looking to close the gap a little bit. He does, but is it enough as we close in on the final laps?
Luke Smith is stretching his legs at the front of this field. Can Wall reel him in? Steven Sanders in 3rd, Brendel in the 4th position, all the way up from the 11th starting spot. 11 laps down on the board, 4 laps to go. Can Smith hang on?
He's closing the gap now. 2, 3 car lengths now closer to the back bumper of the number 80. Chuck Wall just needs the chance to be able to get by. Luke Smith now, 2 laps to go. A car is around on the back stretch, the 29, but they don't.
Yes,
they
caution
throw
flag
it.
is out. Caution flag is out with 2 laps to go. This could set up the shootout that the fans probably wanted. A lot of the fans probably don't want to see Luke Smith win because, you know, a lot of times.
He's spoiling it, right?
Yeah,
like,
you know, like
same
a lot
winner.
of them just don't want to see that history. They don't want to see the same guy win every week. This sets up the possibility for the KG Wiley veteran, Chuck Wall, one of the more winning drivers in this division with 38 wins. But let's talk about Luke Smith, okay? I call it the tale of 2 Luke Smiths because this driver entered this division years ago, okay? His first 3 years, between the first 3 years, he had about 25 starts, okay? 1 win, average finish 7.36. Now, fast forward to 2023 and 24 and 25. In 22 starts, very similar number, 7 wins and an average finish of 3. Unbelievable. No worse than 6th in the last 23 races for Luke Smith. That is the tale of 2 Lukes. Which Luke will we see tonight? Will we see the winner for the 5th time in a row? Actually 6th if you include last year's season finale. Unbelievable. 14 laps down, we will see the green and the white together. A 1/4 mile to history. The white car takes the green flag. Will he make it around? The winner. Here he comes. Luke Smith comes off of turn number 2. 5 wins in a row to start 2026. Pure domination.
5 wins in a row for the 80 of Luke Smith. What a start to the 2026 season. Unbelievable. Making history again tonight.
What a charge by Luke Smith. What a charge from 11th to, I believe, 4th for Brendel. Unbelievable. Yes, he won 5 in a row, 6 in a row now if you include last year. Yes, he's making history. Yes, he's your points leader. But tonight he put on a show to do so. Luke Smith, the wild red rims of the clean number 80. Triad Florentine machine is taking the victory lap right now at the stadium. Absolute history. 9th win of his career. Ties Mitch Gales, okay? Mitch Gales, we saw him in the Sportsman car, and Tommy Neal in the Sportsman, and Dean Ward for 20th all-time in the stadium stock wins list. Justin Mincy from the top rope, as always, with some great fancy stats, as I like to call them, here at Bowman Gray Stadium, the unofficial historian of Bowman Gray Stadium, and my official historian, buddy. I got you. Here he is pulling at the Carolina Wood Floors victory lane. Luke Smith is down there and getting the checkered flag to Randy Smith, actually Matt Garrison, and we're going to go down trackside right now because the great announcer of Bowman Gray Stadium, Randy Pulliam, has the mic, and he's going to have your very happy winner.
This is old hat for Luke Smith. This is routine for the car number 80. Sponsored by Triad Florentine Incorporated out of Clemens. I believe that is his 9th career win. Luke, let's go over here to the Carolina Wood Floors winner circle. Luke, what a start to this 2026 season. You know, back in the day when I was growing up over here, you had starts like that, there were bounties placed on your head.
Yeah, you see that boy Isaac Harris, IFM Motorsports, him and Willie and two more, they set this thing up, and it drives itself. The amount of effort this team has put in this year and the work ethic they put in, we're unstoppable right now. We're very grateful to be as good as we are right now. I got to go ahead and thank my dad, my uncle for everything they do for me. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. I got to thank the Harris family, or Rock Harris. He's helped me a shoot ton this year. You know, him and Austin. Can't thank them a bunch. My whole crew, Scooter, Isaac. The amount of work these boys put in is just incredible. I got to thank Kevin Bush and Tyler Bush for helping me this week. They helped me fix a major oil leak. I got to thank Michael Wells and Michael Durham, and just thank my whole family and friends, and just, this is good.
It doesn't get old, does it, Luke?
No.
Congratulations, Luke Smith picks up the win.
Luke Smith with the win puts him in rare air. 6th win in a row, but hey, history, we talked about it before this race. He wins his 5th in a row to start a season. Now, in sole possession of 2nd place of that, chasing history. Can he do it again next week? We will find out. Next week is double points here at Bowman Gray Stadium. Make sure you get here. We're coming back from break with one last stadium stock 15 lapper, and boy, oh boy, when you see this field, it's going to be a good one. Let's give you the starting lineup of the next race, the last race of the night, Stadium Stock Race 2, 15 laps. On the front row is the number 22 Kimono Japanese restaurant machine for the Peanut Baker. To the outside, the driver of the Pintang. He's Pintang-less tonight once again, but driving the number 7 is Dad's car, Chris Allison.
Row number 2 is going to feature the number 60 from Boonville, North Carolina, Brad McLowski. And to that outside, the S&P Lemonade 95 of Levi Holt.
The Carolina Choice Triad Realty, Amanda Tucker, 24. That's a mouthful, but this guy deserves it. The Grandmaster of the Stadium Stocks, A.J. Sanders, alongside second-generation driver Jaden Andrews.
Row number 4 is going to feature the 02, Matthew Dillner's favorite name to say, it's Fuzzy Dinkles. And to that outside, from Tobaccoville, North Carolina, the 27 of Austin Cates.
The maestro of the Little Donuts starts next in the 9th position, the 88 of Zach Taylor. To his outside, it's the Disco Turkey, Austin Cates.
Rounding out the field is going to be the 44 of Blaze Sanders, the 14 of Brandon Vaughn, and the 28 of Robert Mabe. Flagman's going to show 1 to go till green. The field is lined up side by side for the final feature event of tonight.
Can Peanut do it? Last year's Rookie of the Year starts from the pin tonight for this 15-lapper. Right behind him, a hungry Brad Michalowski. Green flag is out for the Buzz Bombers. Here they go barreling. 4 cylinders ablaze into turn number 1. It's the number 22 in the lead, but Dinkles gets clobbered. Huge wreck. Blaze Sanders in a pile here in the south turn. Dinkles, massive damage on that car. Blaze Sanders took a huge shot, that young race car driver in that number 44. Dinkles has the window net down, and that driver is A-OK. Whisker Biscuit is not A-OK. That car, affectionately known as Whisker Biscuit, is hurt. The number 02 you see on your screen, you see Eric Messer right there. He's not just a photographer. He cares about Bowman Gray Stadium so much. Checking on Dinkles. 3 weeks in a row, the 02 has finished in the 11th spot. Today, he will not. They are checking on Blaze Sanders in the south turn. And let's take a quick break on FloRacing, and we'll be back with the rest of this one.
Welcome back to FloRacing. You're taking a look at what just happened here in the Stadium Stock Division. You'll see the 44 Blaze Sanders exiting his car after the intense contact that just went down here in our final feature event of tonight. Here's a replay of how it all ironed out as we head into turns 1 and 2. A little bit of contact, the 02 goes sideways, and the 44 Blaze Sanders hard hit.
Let's look at this angle here. Elgin trailer with this camera here in the turn. And boy, oh boy, was that just such a hard hit. You see it back there, Dinkles spinning, and then he gets clobbered. And then watch the 44 here as he goes into the wall. Another hard shot. You see the rear of that car lift up when it hit. That was a tough impact. Wow. Oh, there is the number 88 car, the Maestro, the master of the donut, the little donut. And, you know, I'm saying that not just because we're snacking on little donuts as Jacqueline eats one.
I haven't had one
But
yet.
I will say this. This is, you know, sometimes we joke about little donuts, right? This driver is no joke, okay? Seriously. He has started out the year 4 races. All 4 races he has finished in the top 5. He's got to finish a 3rd, 5th, and 5th. So absolutely amazing for him. 13 career races, 7 of those 13 are in the top 5. This is a guy that never had raced a race car before. Of course, his father-in-law, Chuck Wall, you know, really a good person to learn from. But it's quite impressive how you go from the concession stand and making donuts to a race car driver and pick up on it so fast.
I also love that they had an interest in the sport and then
Yes.
decided, you know what, we want to be a player in the game right here. Let's do this ourselves and get back behind the wheel. And they're still here doing it while also slinging some donuts in the grandstand. They didn't sacrifice one dream for another one. So I love it, and I do love the dancing donut on the hood. I mean, come on. How could you not? It looks so
The
happy.
whole family, Zach's whole family's mother and father, they do concession work. You know, other things that they sell from corn and kettle corn, all different things. You know, this family knows how to get you know, to work for it. Entrepreneurs. I've always dreamed of having a food truck. I'm not going to lie.
I could see it.
But anyway, yeah, I'd probably eat half of the inventory. Anyway, 1 lap down, 14 laps to go. Peanut Baker first to the throttle. Baker, Michalowski, Allison, Sanders.
Plenty of racing left to go. Michalowski, though, the 60. A little bit of gap between him and the leader of Peanut Baker.
Here comes A.J. Sanders to the bottom. Sanders to the bottom of Allison. Give him the 3 spot. Here comes Levi Holt. Levi Holt, Kachow, coming for the 4th spot in Lightning McQueen.
Following Sanders underneath and going to hold that 4th position now. Together, though, they're working their way towards the front of this field as they close the gap between them and Michalowski, the 60.
Michalowski trying to reel in the 22. A pair of drivers looking for their first win at the stadium. The Grandmaster behind them, who gets a shot from Lightning McHolt. The 95 to the back bumper of the 24. That's the battle we're watching here at the famed quarter mile.
Levi not trying to waste any time here. Wants to make it into the top 3, the podium position.
Sanders using that line on the bottom, hugging the turn, trying not to give any daylight, but that 95 might be a faster race car right now. 6 laps on the board. We're looking at the battle for 3rd.
All this contact is exactly what Peanut Baker and that 22 wants to happen. Pulling away from the field just a little bit, but not too much. Michalowski a little sideways now in 2nd. A.J. Sanders going to take advantage. Levi Holt looks to the inside, isn't clear. A.J. Sanders moves up. Halfway into this feature event, the 95 now looking for position, takes the point. Now in the 3rd position, looks forward, slides up. A.J. Sanders now losing to the 3rd position in Levi Holt.
And now the battle is on for the lead. 2 drivers hungry for their first win. now 9 laps on the board. Can Peanut Baker, second-generation star of Bowman Gray Stadium Wars, hang on? The 22 is your leader. Going around the lapped machine of Elliott. Oh! Zach Taylor has spun. The 88 is around in the north turn. This might jeopardize his streak of top 5s. There is the little donut. Is that, we should name the little donut.
You mean the donut on the hood?
Yeah. Like, you see that donut on the hood? He's like dancing. He's like, I'm going to call it, that's the disc. No, I don't want to go disco because we got disco turkey.
Dancing donut.
Dancing donut. Dancing donut.
Oh,
yeah.
How about Dawn, the dancing donut?
That's an alliteration.
What? You said you wanted to name it.
I like it.
All right, let's take a look at the FloRacing replay. All alone.
Got the marbles.
Around he goes.
That's a tough. You see that light gray up there? You don't want to be in that light gray. That's what he got in with those right side tires.
Someone almost hit him right on the side. 1 lap to go till green. We're going to finish out this night. Baker and McLowski, top of this field right now. Both second-generation drivers battling it out to make a name for themselves here at Bowman Gray. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be our final winner of tonight?
Here we go. 4 laps to go. Peanut Baker is your leader. Can he hang on? 2 fast race cars in 3rd and 4th might have a say in this one before it's done. Here comes Holt to the back bumper of the 60. That's what Peanut Baker wants to see.
Levi Holt in that 95 is quick and closing the gap with him and the 60 of McLowski, but now they get closer to the leader. Top 3, all nose to tail. It's not over yet.
2 laps to go for Peanut Baker. The 23-year-old trying to hang on. Michalowski's hungry. Michalowski's to his back bumper. Holtz to the back bumper of Michalowski. It's a train. It's a train for the last quarter mile. Slipping up is Peanut. Now a jam car situation. 4 cars locked together. Peanut Baker gets out of it. Peanut Baker has to hold off Chris Allison. Can he do it? Here comes Peanut Baker. The Peanut! His shell doesn't crack, and he wins at Bowman Gray for the first time. Folks, give it up for Peanut Baker.
Wow. Unbelievable finish to close out our night here at Bowman Gray. Every feature event has been show-stopping. Peanut Baker, your winner. The number 22 in the Q104.1 Stadium Stock feature event.
His dad worked so hard on this car. Adam Baker, the 2025 Rookie of the Year, finally gets his first win. His girlfriend's going to be out there loving this one, the family, his mom, just great people here at the stadium every morning, Saturday morning. You got the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, as they would say. Howard Cosell from Winston-Salem made that famous. And Brad Michalowski once again leaves the madhouse without a checkered flag. Peanut Baker taking the victory lap that since he was a young boy, he dreamed about gripping that checkered flag. Tonight, he will go to bed realizing his dream, his childhood dream, has come true. The Kimono Japanese restaurant cook, electrical solutions machine. Oh boy, little donuts on board as well. The Kernersville, North Carolina driver handing off the checkered flag to his family and now pulling into Carolina Wood Floors victory lane. Oh, he's a fan favorite because of his nickname. And folks, now you can call him a winner. Peanut Baker has done it at Bowman Gray, and the family celebrates. Let's go down to Randy Pulliam.
Several fellow drivers congratulating Peanut. He started on the point. He held him off. Got a little interesting on the backstretch. but he was able to keep it straightened out to pick up the win, his very first of his Bowman Gray Stadium career. He's in that Septic Unlimited Ross Dalton racing car, also sponsored by Little Donuts and Cook Electrical Solutions. 51 Raceworks, also a sponsor. Peanut Baker. Peanut, let's head over here to the Carolina Wood Floors Winner's Circle to pick up your first ever Bowman Gray Stadium Winner's Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's hear it for the 22 of Adam Peanut Baker. Adam, you started from the point. You held it really interesting on that last lap. 4 of you got together. You managed to keep it straight, came around to get the checkers.
Man, I had no idea what happened. I just felt boom, 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 and I don't know where Austin screaming, keep going. It came out straight. I just kept digging.
You don't seem very happy.
Oh, my God, I'm winded. Holy cow, that's awesome.
I know you got some folks you want to thank.
I got to thank my dad, my mom, Chuck, Christy, Austin Taylor for spotting for me, Cody for busting his tail every week. There's a ton of people that are behind me. I can't do this without everybody. Of course, my fiance joined the pole for me. Shout out to my sister, her 2 boys. They're watching in Virginia. And then my buddy, Michael Steele, he's in Texas.
A lot to take in, a lot of folks to thank. I know it was a long time coming. Congratulations, Adam. Pick up that winner's trophy for picking up your very first win in the Q104.1 Stadium Stock Series.
What a night for Peanut Baker. His first win, joining his dad, Adam, who's won twice here. The Baker family now becomes the 60th family to win at Bowman Gray Stadium. My goodness, let's watch the final lap right here. Michalowski gets into him, and they just clog up like a bad drain. Look at this right here, just pushing in the gas, trying to just get that checkered flag. And then Chris Allison gets by and almost reeled in Baker and threatened that win. And then you see Michalowski's night shred apart on the back straightaway. Heartbreak for Michalowski, who's probably going to want to get a Michelob after that one.
It's surprising that he was able, the 60 was able to break away from all of that and take home the win right here. That was, I'm sorry, the 22. That was really impressive. He wasn't caught up too bad. So lots of contact, though, or lots of damage for the cars in between that sandwich and that pile up. But Peanut Baker, the winner, atop the car right here, the 22, takes home the win tonight.
Well, we had a lot of big winners tonight. Of course, Burt Myers headlining it with the 103 laps that the Modifieds ran. Sterling Plemons and Zach Orr splitting the features. Kevin Gilbert in Street Stocks, Luke Smith and Peanut Baker in Stadium Stocks. But, folks, we're not done yet. Next week, Sportsman 100, Stadium Stock 50, double points night. Be here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. If you're not, you're crazy. I'm not even working, and I'm coming. Twin Modified 50s, Modified 100, Ladies Night. Bring the ladies out on Ladies Night. Oh, that's awesome. Great discounted tickets. And if you can't be here, of course, watch live on FloRacing. Jacqueline Drake, I want to get your quick thought here, your takeaway for the night.
Wow, we've had quite a night. Every feature event tonight has had some moment where it has twisted the ending of what was going to happen here. Very cool night. Lots of good winners. When I look at the list right here of everyone who took home a checkered flag tonight, it was all really intense and crazy racing. But we're here at Bowman Gray, the Madhouse. Anything can happen, and we saw it all unfold tonight, Matt.
What a night. What a night. Hey, it's a Blue Moon special, and that's what you saw tonight. Look at that right there, father and son, an embrace that those two will never forget for the rest of their night, for the rest of their life. There's going to be people here in the grandstands, including my nephew Levi here and my son Hudson, that enjoyed the races tonight, that there's going to be moments that they don't forget. And that's just part of being here at the Madhouse. Absolute excitement from the drop of the first green. We shredded a lot of sheet metal tonight, and you saw plot twists a-many between points contenders everywhere. Sideways slides and saves for life, and lots of tempers as well. The Blue Moon struck Billy Gregg, but he survived, and hard contact as well. Great crew. Thank you so much. I'm Matthew Dillner, and folks, until next time, we'll see you at the races.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.